How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to episode 3 of the Homebrewers. I am not happy with what has just happened, but gotta roll with the punches and make do with what we got. Luckily, nothing too big.
Great.
Yeah, gotta have faith. So we had been pre-recording. This is a pre-recorded episode. We had been going for about 30 minutes on episode 3. We had a lot of crazy stuff that had happened. It's not too crazy, but we had some things that had happened, etc.
Some riveting conversation.
And some riveting conversation. And we ended up losing all of it. My computer crashed, and the video is now corrupted. If you're looking at this instead of what had actually transpired, you know for the fact that the video was unsalvageable. So, I'm going to kick it on over to Kanan. He's going to recap, because this is now the beginning of the episode, recap what happened in episode 2 and what we lost in episode 3. Kanan's over here. Go right on ahead. The floor is now yours.
Alright, super quick recap. As Greg said, we lost most of it, and I know we are all excited to get back into it. So basically what happened...
Luckily, we only lost 30 minutes of our session. We did lose like 5.5 hours, so go ahead.
So, after getting in touch with the band of goblins that was inhabiting the tower, they discovered that they were there were bugbears in charge of a band of 30 goblins. Renfus was able to parlay with them to keep them from interfering with the farm village that was under siege by these goblins, because they were actually moving south, and they were just trying to procure food, and they didn't want to be bothered by being hunted by adventurers and guards and things like that. So they kind of saw it as a take or leave it situation. Either the party gets killed and others come after them, or things like that. So after that, they took a road on the way to Ferry's Mills, where they were ambushed by a pack of gnolls who had attacked a caravan, or should I say a carriage with mother and child. Unfortunately, they did not survive.
They were gruesomely torn to pieces.
Yes, they were gruesomely torn to pieces. As was our road almost, but thanks to Chrissy coming in the clutch there, bashed one on the head with a mace. And
I remember now that I need to pay attention to my level 2 stuff, not just my level 1 stuff.
Same.
So after that, they made it to Ferry's Mills, where there's a great drunken brawl scene. I think you guys will definitely like if you haven't seen it before. Definitely look it up.
It'll be in the description.
Absolutely. And now we are currently just leaving the city of Orden, I believe it was, after speaking and so rudely...
After we got thrown out of the cathedral.
After you got so rudely kicked out of the cathedral, Renfus met up with... who's Greg?
Yeah, right.
Renfus met up with an old friend of his who had been gone for 3 years, who tried to bring him back in the fold of thieving. Unfortunately,
he was from the guild.
He was from the guild. Unfortunately, Paul, which is his friend, Renfus turned him down for now, but said that he might meet him up again in the City of Rivers if he's so lucky. So here we are currently leaving the city, and we've just turned into kind of like a campsite for caravans going into the City of Rivers, as it's a 2-day journey, even on carriage. They've just turned in, and
everybody is contemplating.
Everybody's kind of contemplating and tired. Why are they following each other around? Why are we sticking together? What's really the glue keeping these people together is kind of the thought going around this campfire tonight, and that's where we'll pick up.
Renfus is off brooding.
I'm off brooding, and Amaryllis is kind of in the general area.
She's contemplating near
him.
Me and Sia are at the campfire, and we're discussing.
And it's a shame because you missed one of the best jokes Sia has ever said with the touche.
Yes.
But they're having a they're having a conversation about things, and Chrissy had mentioned to Suya as you're noble, why do you ride with commoners? To which he asked the same thing, and then questioned why that I'm noble, and that's where our conversation picks up at the fire.
And you guys are all caught up to the corrupted data.
Yeah, I'm so angry and lost, but I changed it, so if this ever happens again, we'll still have the video. Anyway, and break. Happy. Oh, and it's New Year's Eve, ladies and gentlemen. Happy New Year's. And did I say this was pre-recorded? I said it's pre-recorded. Anyway, go ahead.
I have no idea.
You
Alright.
did now.
Yeah, now you go.
You did now.
Now you
Yeah.
go.
Now you go.
And see.
And see. Are we going to keep going from here? Or are we gonna go to
Go,
It's already gonna be.
11:34?
go ahead and let's just continue the fireside conversations and we'll go into the break.
Okay.
And chat
Okay.
session,
Yeah.
so we should be good. Because I feel like after these conversations at night, that'd be a good, like, let's take a quick break.
Then
for
get your
beers.
mouse off the board that does not exist in this world.
Fine, anyway. So where we were at, you guys are having a conversation, and we'll pick up from your guys'
Yeah.
conversation.
So why is it you travel with them? Are they special to you? Have you known them well?
Not long enough, but I figured traveling alone doesn't seem to get me anywhere, and I've been traveling for at least a year on my own after that happened with my family, and I'm just trying to figure out any intel I could get going to town, but I figured if I stick with a group, more info could be shared among us.
What happened with your family?
They were murdered, as well as my uncle, who was my mentor as well. I really don't know if he's still out there, but I'm trying to figure it out as well. I don't like to talk about it too much though. I'd rather just keep it to myself and just be on my way and try to see what I can uncover along this path.
You not think that's counterproductive, traveling with a group but keeping to yourself? Do you
Oh.
not trust your companions?
It's not about trust, it's more like I try to figure out what their stance is and their own paths, and maybe if there's a connection, then yeah, I could mention, hey, let's
Do you not put your life in their hands?
What?
Do you not put your life in their hands when you battle with them?
Yeah, why? I mean, my uncle taught me great things on how to be a good soldier, and I figured, I mean, I wouldn't want to let these people die. And like I said, I mean, I'm trying to get some intel on the whereabouts of my family, and as far as I know, Renfish is actually, he could probably be the guy who I've been trying to get some intel from anyways. Being that he's a rogue and all, I figured if I stick around long enough, I might find some intel that I can't find only in the shadows.
I see. And what do you think of your other companion, the halfling?
She's in it for herself. She has to have her own reasons why she wants to stick with this. I won't question it. Though I kind of do. Though that might be contrary on what I say why you're joining with us, but here we are, I guess.
I was asked to join your group.
But why you still stuck around? That's what I mean. You could have easily just sit down.
Perhaps, but I'm not as callous as you would think me to be.
Nobody's starting to talk because
She's listening to our conversation.
I mean, she's starting the part where you're talking. It's kind of hard. I'm sorry, dearie.
I kind of just give her a look and then go back to my conversation. You think I'm callous? Why?
I just think it's unnecessary to mention your name, your family name, if you seem to be on your own anyways.
You say that, but who got us a room the first night that we were in that one tavern? And our discounts, do you think any of that would have been possible for a woman, especially someone who looks like I do, to get anywhere in this world without at least an air of power?
A little humility doesn't hurt.
Kindness leads to people being greedy. If they see a weak, small, kind woman, what do you think they would do to her? Have you never been to the slums? Have you never seen what those women go through?
I've been to the slums, but I haven't seen that side, so I can't say. But perhaps you're right. Maybe it is tougher, especially in your state. No offense.
I was once told that a silver tongue can be as good of a weapon as a sword. So I use my tongue as a weapon to get us where we need to go. It's not out of callousness. I became a cleric to be kind and to help others. But if I show weakness, do you really think that they'll take me seriously?
Perhaps not.
Then we understand one another.
I suppose.
Well, I'm going to get rest.
Gets up and walks back over to the caravan, leaving his ear. The lady straight in the pot kind of looks around. Maybe, I'll go to my side. Sticks the spoon down on the top of it and walks back to her side of the caravan.
Is the food ready yet?
Almost. Smells pretty good.
I just imagine saying,
My belly.
Just want to raise my dead eye ready.
come back at noon.
Come back at noon.
The stew's not ready yet.
But it's
First-
past midnight.
Damn it. Alright.
It's noon somewhere.
So are you guys done with your conversation?
Yeah.
So they're having a conversation. I'm not, I hear everything, but I'm not trying to listen in on their conversation. I do notice that Amaryllis is kind of lingering over, and as I lean against the carriage, thinking about everything, I just kind of deeply sigh, and I look over at Amaryllis, and being someone who's been reading her character for a little bit, like seeing how she acts, how she talks, I look over at her and I'm like, be honest with me. You're not really good with people, aren't you?
No, not really.
I can see it in the way you hold yourself. I mean, not that I blame you. People are fucking garbage sometimes. Pardon my French.
I don't know what French is.
It's a phrase I heard a long time ago. You're a woman of the cloth. You ever question why you're going down the path that you were? God damn it! I was not ready for that. I'll lead you in again.
Record skip.
Yeah. Anyway, you ever question the path you're going down, and if it's the right one?
I did before. But I'm on a different path now.
Do you feel the path you're on now is the right one?
Yes.
It's weird. With such timidness, you have such conviction behind your words. You know, it was hard earlier. You were there. That was an old friend of mine we ran into. And I mean years ago. He wasn't
I could tell.
He wasn't there when everything went down. He's not the reason why I'm up here now. And I guess it just... I don't know. We were bad people, I guess, but we weren't bad for the common good of humanity and the common good of people that were just trying to do their best. And yet, one thing led to another, and all of a sudden, I'm this bastardized piece of garbage that not even the woman that I devoted myself to wanted anything to do with me, and did everything she could to prove to me that I did not belong, even though I thought for years I belonged. And seeing him, it reminded me of a time where I thought I knew what I was doing. I changed my path after my series of circumstances. And then one thing led to another, and I went down a dark hole, fell into some drink, and ended up in the north, and that's how I met you guys. And I'm conflicted.
Chin that was watching goes over to the middle of the camp and grabs a bowl of soup.
Okay.
The lady from the other caravan
Speaks
over to you guys. If you're hungry, there's soup to be had, of course.
I already have soup.
You're already on your second bowl.
And I think soup is a good thing to have right about.
I skip out on eating.
I look over at her and I said, just give us one quick moment, we'll have some soup in a little bit. So I look over at Amaryllis and I'm just like, I don't know, talking to Paul it took me back to when things were easier. When I knew what I was doing, regardless of if we were breaking the law, at least in high society we were breaking the law, we were doing what was right. We had a lot of people that were just ruined by what the hierarchy had done. And back then, back when I knew Paul, we did thieving, yeah, but it was by a code. We were bad, but we weren't horrible. I'm certain for someone who's a woman of the cloth, that's like a conundrum, but it just... Seeing him made me miss what I used to do, but I know in reality that past is not a reality anymore. And yet for him, he has no idea what's happened, and I don't know how he's going to handle everything. I'm with you guys now because while I may not know you guys that much, and while I may be a bad man to some people, I did my hardest for those who needed it. And I guess seeing you, seeing Suya, and even seeing Chrissy, it's... These people have needs, I guess. Whether or not they align with mine, time will tell. I will readily admit I have my own selfish manners and my own selfish reasons for doing what I do. Maybe a sense of wanting to prove myself again. But I don't know. I see the way you hold yourself. And you seem like someone that's, well, you don't let on, has gone through a lot as well. Our group, we were able to read people. Maybe not 100% accurate, but read their general demeanors. And I guess that's why I asked you. And I just kind of lean against the cardigan. I take a deep sigh and Snoop is smelling really.
Snoop.
The Snoop.
Snoop.
Snoop
droop.
Yeah.
We invented a Snoop droop.
Yeah. The duper.
The duper.
And like I smell the food and like my stomach is like I am hungry and I'm gonna get some soup and but I lean against it. And I guess thinking about it, like there's gonna be no needing to check perception or anything. It's visible that my eyes are kind of glazing over a little bit. just thinking about everything and figuring everything out. And I just kind of look over at her. And I'm like,
You guys kind of awkwardly look over, and you look like the road is about to break down in tears. You almost feel sorry for him. He doesn't have soup.
we'll get to the soup in a minute, okay? Just,
Can I do
I think the DM is trying to tell us this soup is really good.
Can I
yeah.
Can I do a perception check around my surroundings though?
Go ahead, roll.
As we're eating calmly.
Sure.
You're rolling perception.
I'm sleeping right here
14.
against a tree.
14. You smell the soup in the air. It smells good. There's a light breeze kind of blowing through. Everything seems really quiet right now.
After I kind of let all of that out, and I just let all that word vomit happen, I look at Emerald and I'm just like, I'm sorry to just unload all this. I just figured as someone who seems to understand a change of lifestyle, I figured I'd open up to you about that. We are from two different sides. But I feel there could be some sort of common ground. And I wait to see if she wants to say anything, and if she doesn't say anything, I just go and get some soup.
No, I didn't say anything.
Can I say anything?
Then that will be our New Year's break.
Nice! Damn, we're getting some plot going on, dude. Thank you guys so much. We'll catch you guys. Honestly, it'll just be in a matter of seconds now. But we'll catch you guys in a little bit for the second half of this. We do apologize for losing that first video, but we will catch you guys in a little bit. And see you guys in a little bit. Thank you. Welcome back, everybody, to the Homebrewers episode 3. I know that was a quick little section leading into the break. Like I said, we are kind of dealing with some corrupted footage. If you're watching this and the corrupted footage was recovered, we do apologize for the reassurance. We just want to make sure and cover all of our bases. So we've had our break. We celebrated the new year. I'm going to kick it over to Kanan, who he right now is going to explain what happened in the first half of this episode, even the stuff that may or may not have been lost.
Alright.
I thought he did already.
Yeah,
It's basically recapping what happened in this episode leading up to the break.
fantastic. Alright. So, Renfus has met up with an old friend of his, Paul, who tried to have him come with him on kind of a roguish mission that he was going to be doing. Renfus, however, turned him down, saying that he had other obligations, but hoped to meet him in the City of Rivers. We're currently on the road. We kind of had a little bit of a mental moment as each member was kind of questioning why they were still on the road with band people they hardly knew. We learned some bit about our fellow adventurers here and why they continue to be on the road. And we are currently all having soup, except for Chrissy, who is currently just
Chilling in a tree.
Chilling in a tree.
Like a cat.
For whatever reason.
Because she's a cat.
Just to, keep watch.
She's
Alrighty.
a cat.
Whatever. I'm a
She's
cat.
doing her cat thing.
Well, that's been the recap, so let's
Alright.
go ahead and go on then. So,
I like to be above the commoners.
of course,
You're down on
I
those.
am not surprised that someone of you are like. No, I'm kidding.
Whoa.
I'm kidding. So,
In party fight. In party fight.
I'm walking up to the soup.
PvP's on the table?
And so I go up and I grab the soup and I get some soup, and I'm just kind of waiting to see if either Suya says anything, if Amaryllis follows suit and grabs some soup, and or kind of not like looking around to find her, but just looking to see if I can find Chrissy. And if I can't, then I'm just like, okay, she's doing her own thing.
He gives up so quickly.
Go ahead and roll a perception. See if you find Chrissy.
Perception.
Like Chrissy.
Well, because we're out in the open.
That is. Let me get my thing. Perception. That's not a natural 20, but that is a 20.
You see her sitting not really all the way at the top, but kind of like midway into a large oak on the back of the woods.
Right.
She's just kind of like sitting there, feet kind of hanging out, looking down on you all.
Alright, I take note of that and I start eating
As
my
she
soup and waiting to see the other things that I had said.
Alright. Does anybody make a grand action or
Just eating my soup too.
Okay. So that kind of simmers down. You've all had a little bit of time to kind of self-reflect and talk amongst each other. Your basic kind of commune is, well, you know, we're in this. We don't know each other that well yet, but we're kind of curious as to see how this is going to go, how this is going to benefit you in your own personal quests.
Can I ask a question real quick?
Yeah.
Do we want to have, like, as the players, do we want to have that conversation? Or do we want to let him just kind of forge what the conversation would have been?
Conversation for them.
Just kind of where we're at.
I guess the players would be best having the conversation so we can
Okay.
answer any questions.
So we're kind of just talking about where we're at and what we're doing. I mean, as much as people want to let on why we're doing what we're doing.
You want to come down from your tree or?
I'll listen and chime in later.
Okay.
She just shouts her backstory from
So-
the tree.
I concur.
So, quick question. Do you go and grab some soup eventually as well, or are you still back where you at? Okay.
I got soup.
So we're kind of all sitting there enjoying our soup with a kind of weird, comforting awkwardness.
So you've been quiet lately, Ren?
Yeah, some can say that.
That's rare of you.
I know. Usually I'm the one that has an opinion, but I don't
How
know.
bad was it in that church?
It was fine at first until they mentioned the use of what they called, and they corrected it after, disposable bodies.
Typical.
I mean, I'm with you, I'm not surprised. I am definitely not surprised that someone of high cloth, I don't want to say old people of cloth, but people have that kind of influence, I should say, would do something like that. And I may have mouthed off and said a few curse words as we were being escorted out, but
Emerald just snorts into her soup.
It just seems that's the way it is.
it's sad because I mean,
That's the way it is.
you guys were there briefly with the person we ran into before we left, right? Refresh my memory. Were they there briefly when Paul had shown up, or it was just me and
We
Aaron?
were there when Paul showed up,
Oh,
but we
your friend,
left.
yeah, but we
left.
left.
You guys had
Oh,
left.
they're a friend of yours.
Okay.
Yeah, we figured.
We don't have time for 2 rogues, so we just walked
I
off.
figured you just needed your own time, your own space to catch up with.
He was.
I wasn't dealing with
He was somebody that was there, and then disappeared before all the things happened that led me up here. And I would be lying if I said that I didn't feel nostalgic for what we used to do. He did offer me for a job, but I did want to see what the City of Rivers has in store for us.
As do I.
I have my own goals, as do you, and then I look over at Emeralds and say, as do you. And then I look over, and even though she's not a part of the conversation, because I roll high on the perception check, I nod up at Chrissy. And then I look over and I go, I'm certain we have our own reasons why we're doing what we're doing. I'm not one to say something like fate brought us together, but clearly something aligned to bring us together for some sort of reason. Whether it's to... For people who couldn't hear,
Winter
the
is
wind...
coming.
Yeah, for people who couldn't hear, the wind is fucking horrible over here. Anyway,
I
I know-
jumped down from the tree.
I know we have our own reasons. And obviously, do I see her jumping down?
Yep.
Okay. So I see her
You
jumping
kind
down.
of see her like kind of monkey bar, don't you?
Why do I have to do that? I'm a cat. I could just land on my feet.
Roll
Bloop.
dexterity or break a leg.
Oh, don't!
Oh shit. a 6 or a 9? There should be a dot.
Yeah, on the bottom of it.
It's a 6 plus dex.
Oh no.
Oh no,
If
she.
you break your leg, I'm gonna be so angry.
7? She fucked up her ankle, didn't she?
Yeah, you sprain your ankle.
Okay, it's not broken. But you're like, fuck!
That's bad.
Do I hear the audible?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
It's just a Roblox sound.
Pain.
You're like, oh.
I've been through worse.
Perhaps
Well-
landing there?
Roll a Constitution to walk it off.
Constitute. Oh god.
19.
Hey! There you go.
Alright, that hurt.
But I'll be okay.
Plus 2, so 21.
Oh.
There
I'm
you go.
okay.
By the time you get to the fire, you're just like, doesn't hurt.
There you go.
Okay.
Well, I guess since we're all here, there's a lot for us to think about. The City of Rivers has some interesting things. We have...
Rivers.
I,
In a city.
They have everything but rivers.
I glare at Chrissy and then I continue. Do I need to roll a pun check? Please tell me I don't need to roll a pun check.
For what?
Just
Yeah, you're good.
Okay, good.
What
So,
would it do with the kid?
anyway.
Yeah.
Just see if it distracts
Yeah.
me.
Distraction.
Yeah, it's like a distraction check or something.
Distraction.
Yeah, right?
I'll allow it.
Oh, wow, yeah. You could certainly try, is what some people would say. Anyway, so I guess since we're all here, and then we're going to the City of Rivers because there's this deal. I guess what I should say is this.
When it starts to pick up.
I may or may not, depending on if he shows up, be meeting with the guy who was there before. He's an old friend. A friend that was long gone before all that I dealt with happened.
Is he a friend you would betray us for?
He's not a friend I would betray any of you for. He was a friend that I trusted. He went off on his own and clearly for his own leisure.
So do you trust us?
If you want me to be honest, given the line of work I used to do, it's hard to trust in general. But I wouldn't be here if some sort of trust could be established here. If I thought you guys were untrustworthy, I would have left you guys long ago. I would have left you guys before the goblins would have attacked the city of Doth. Honestly.
I know nothing of this.
It's what I look at Chris and go, it's what happened before we met you. We met in a small town. I'm not going to go into it, but we met in a small town, took care of a situation. I stuck around just like all of them, and we came together. Now I know for a fact that we all have our own reasons for doing what we're doing. Depending on your point of view, some would say it's good, some would say it's bad, others would say it's indifferent. You guys heard a little bit the other night about what I come from, but as I told Amaryllis earlier, I may come from bad people, but we didn't do bad things per se. We took things into our own hands, and I would be lying if I said that talking to that old friend of mine didn't make me feel nostalgic for my old group. But given what has currently happened, and why I'm here now...
So you get those off.
Can I smack the back of his head?
You may.
Oh shit.
Do I have to roll?
She does it physically. Fantastic.
Anyway,
You kind of
given what has happened in my current circumstances, I do not... It's not that I don't trust him, but I guess it's more of a... I trust you guys more than where I came from, given what has happened.
And you? Do you trust us?
Mm-hmm.
What's your reason for staying?
I just think there's strength in numbers. Anytime anymore, it's not safe to be by yourself.
True enough.
And I just know that she says that.
And you?
I just figured it'd be nice to be part of a lively company, being that I've been alone for a good year or so. So I don't see why not.
Upon hearing that, I look over at Sui and say, "Well, I feel I haven't experienced that nearly as long. I agree in that sentiment. That being with somebody for once."
Walking up to the fireplace and just kind of like resting on the spear and just kind of like
Eating too?
needing to.
Can I?
This guy's a guard?
Yep.
Can I? Well, let me finish what I'm saying and then
Looks
I'll
like
ask
it's
one.
about to smack a bitch.
I can understand finding people is better than being on your own.
I'll second that.
That's the guard. I look over at him, and I don't say anything, but I like nod because I can understand that, and then I just turn back to see what else anybody wants to say.
Am I interrupting?
I look over at him and I say,
I have nothing much to say.
honestly,
Well, anyway, I can't wait. You big guy. I'm gonna stand over the past 3 hours watching this stupid caravan, man. Mind giving me a break?
Sure.
Alright.
I'll watch it instead.
Oh,
I've got this.
fancy. I don't really care. He kind of like jabs the end of his spear to the ground and sits down. I'm just tired of standing.
She can watch from the trees.
Yeah, you could work with it.
I'll watch on this side then.
Okay.
In the tree.
I look over at Amaryllis and I say, I'm gonna see if I can be any help with keeping us safe. I figured that's something that you care about. You go this.
I care about it too.
No,
I'm just saying, man.
no. I look over at him and I go, I didn't mean to single you out.
I'm just
I'm-
fucking with you.
And I laugh a little bit and I go, but legitimately, to both of you, I'm going to see if he needs any help. You've been watching over us, you deserve a rest. And then I look over to Amaryllis and I say, you deserve rest too. I just hope that we're worthy enough of whatever cause you're fighting. And then I walk up over to Suya.
Go for it.
Here, I'll move him up here. And then
5 feet apart because you guys are in.
Gotta make sure.
I'll let you do anything first before I switch to you.
I'm just probably gonna come over here and just start getting ready for sleep. I can't really help that much.
Yeah, the other caravan's pretty much knocked out. It's just this one guard that's trying to keep an eye, but he's tired.
As I walk up to Suya, and I just kind of stand there for a moment, and then I look over at him and I'm like, I don't mean to bring some sort of weird, awkward comedy, but we are such an unlikely duo. We've had so many fucking wild bar fights. Yet I know we stand for bigger things. But if you want me to be honest, I feel like those small things have helped distracted us from whatever is going on with the two of us.
What do you mean?
Sometimes I feel a simple distraction that doesn't take away from your ultimate goal can be healthy every now and again. And I feel our interesting circumstances we've been in these last few days I can't speak for you, but it's definitely helped me not think about it a little bit.
Same here, actually. I haven't had that much fun in, many years, actually. So, actually, I want to say thanks.
I guess I should say thanks too. It's nice to laugh every once in a while, right?
It feels good.
Let me just kind of nod. I just nod and then
I'm just looking, making sure everything's fine.
yeah, same. I want to look to make sure.
Perception.
Roll perception.
I'll roll perception.
Both roll perception.
You're
Yeah,
both
dang.
watching.
Okay, boy, I roll a fucking 6.
Don't worry, I got you, my dude. I just need to confirm what I got. Perception. I got 16.
All right. You guys smell something really foul, kind of blowing in the breeze. It's like not quite like rotted meat, but pretty close. Like if somebody had some really noxious gas.
Oof.
Did you let that out, Ben? Or is it that just me?
And there's a really loud snap.
And I look at him and I go, that definitely wasn't me. Something might be here.
And then you, what?
And there's a really loud snap.
And then
From where?
do we know where it's at?
Is it a
Where
tree?
did it echo?
It's in the woods, so it's on my side.
Yeah.
Actually, it's coming from across the road. So
Okay, in front of us?
Yeah.
What? Oh,
Can
what
I-
does he
can I
see? Does he
do-
roll 16?
Can I do it? Can
Chrissy,
I?
I need you to roll perception.
What kind of snap is this?
Because you're up
This
high,
is
so
like-
I'm also going to give you
Advantage?
on this.
No, you get advantage.
Yeah,
so you get to
so roll
roll a
again.
second time,
And you take
and
the
you take the
higher.
higher roll.
It should be that one. Okay.
12 and
1. 13.
13? Okay. You notice something is moving out of the bushes across the road. It's still kind of more or less in the woods, about maybe 15, 20 feet in the woods, pointing in the direction of Suda and Renfus. You're not quite sure what it is, but it's fairly large and humanoid. And appears to be just the one.
We don't see that though.
You guys don't see it, but
Well,
you
we
do
just
heard-
you
we
do
just
heard.
hear it. Yeah.
So I hear it, but I don't see it. So
Wait, did we
if
all
I-
hear it then?
Just now. You're still.
So
Can
I
I yell that there's something there?
You may.
go for it.
Do I have to roll for?
No, just
No,
just
you're-
yell.
You're in a tree. I mean, that's a free action.
You, I mean,
Okay.
We're
you
not.
already rolled high on that, so you can yell it.
There's something in the bushes.
Huh?
Can I look to see if I can?
Well, I'm awake now.
Yeah, you wake up, yeah.
Hi.
Can I look to see if I can see what she's talking about?
Go ahead and roll
I roll a
Investigation or perception?
investigation.
Investigation.
What the hell is investigation?
Oh, that doesn't matter. It's natural
Oh,
fucking
okay.
20.
All right.
Oh, well, you got it, then I'll let you.
Fucking natural 20. Here you go.
So Rufus looks out with his half-elven eyes, and he notices that.
Oh my
God.
There you go.
What do you
My half. Hey, you know what? I
half was.
Hey, you know what? Hey, to you.
Look with your special
I
eyes.
have special eyes. Go ahead.
Activate.
This actually comes into play too because you have low light vision.
Yes.
You can actually make out full figure of Bugbear, kind of like tripping over a tree root, and like picks himself up on a large spear, and like tries to hide behind a bush really quick. But you definitely notice that he is there.
I'm gonna call out. You! There! Show yourself!
Me here. Me here. You there. Me here.
Shut the fuck up.
You there.
Alright. He stays fairly well hidden behind his bush, which he is not very well hidden behind. However, from Suya's flank, go ahead, or what's your AC?
My what?
Your
Armor class.
Armor class.
Oh, 16.
16. You kind of hear a thwank as an arrow like ricochets off your chainmail
Oh,
armor.
shit. Okay.
And Armarillis. Unfortunately, you, however, you rolled a natural 20, so you're going to take an arrow to the shoulder,
Whoa.
which also is a
Yay.
crit.
Oh, yay.
I didn't even do
You
anything.
hey, you know what? You have potions though. You can heal yourself.
I didn't even do
12 points of
anything.
piercing damage.
12
An
points of
arrow
piercing damage.
What?
Plunks into your back, and you just
Wow.
knocks you right off the bench. The other soldier kind of like looks over. He's like, "What the fuck?" and rips his spear out of the ground. Roll initiative.
Yeah, initiative.
Guys, I'm nearly dead already.
Okay.
This is
How much?
fun. He said 12.
You roll a d20
Damage,
and then you.
You got
No,
crit.
but what is your life?
He said I took 12 points, so it's
So
like
you-
21 minus 12.
Oh, okay.
So that's 9.
Fuck.
I'm rolling 2.
Yes.
Am I
Okay.
rolling?
Yeah, you're rolling.
Everyone rolls
Everybody
initiative.
9.
Actually, I'm gonna switch
Okay,
dice.
well,
I got
let's.
one.
Okay, are you doing the
No
like 20
plus.
times 20?
Ah!
7.
I got a 17.
well, yeah.
She have
eight.
initiative
Seven.
Yeah,
bonus?
she's a this is
Mhm.
Okay. Chrissy rolled an 8. Well, with the bonus is 8.
Wait, what's her bonus?
7.
Oh, okay.
So 8 plus 7?
No.
No, I got it.
8 in total. She rolled a 1.
That one? Oh my god! We're gonna fucking die, dude.
How did I do better than you? This is
And Steve, what was yours?
I rolled a 9.
Am I the only one that rolled over 15 and shit?
I'm sorry, okay?
No, it's
That's not
okay.
what you rolled.
I'll roll a different dice
At
next
least it's
time.
an initiative rolls. And not, yeah.
And what was yours?
11.
Dang.
It's gonna be fun, guys.
All right. So, with that in action, let's see.
Are you gonna set up whoever's
so
where?
currently, what's that?
Are you gonna set up who's where, or
Yeah,
who we
where
can
the-
see them?
where the- they
Go ahead,
appear.
go ahead. Go.
The other
I'm
two
in.
assailants that you know of are currently still hidden.
Oh, okay. So we just. It's
So
just
there's a total of 4.
so we don't know how many there are yet.
Oh,
right?
total of 3. Okay. So there's the
Oh, we do
one
know?
that I noticed that I haven't done anything with.
Well,
There's
so
the
far,
one
you
with
know, there's
Surya.
a total of 3.
Then there's the one with
You're only
Surya.
aware of this many.
Yeah.
Well, I noticed one because I got hit, right? Supposedly.
Yeah. So that's that guy.
Okay.
And then there's
Oh, okay. One
So
come out
halflings
there.
apparently don't.
Well, hold on.
Aren't
Wasn't
able
wasn't
to
there a
see.
guy that was right next to Surya though? Or no, that was
No, that was an arrow.
yeah, this is this guy.
But we don't know where. I don't even know where that came from.
Alrighty.
What are they? We don't know.
The bugbears.
Oh, okay.
So
They
wait,
have
wait.
arrows?
What the heck are
Are these?
Bugbears have arrows?
Yeah.
What the heck are
So
those?
okay, so
They're like
bugbears
big
are
goblins.
the creatures, or are those a
Oh.
group?
No, that's the thing.
They're like
Okay.
big goblins, like
Okay.
almost like a hobgoblin, I guess.
Alrighty.
You
So.
guys want for
And,
reference? That's my bear.
Oh,
no,
boy!
why?
Hey. Ew! I don't like them. I don't like bugbears. No. Anyway.
With arrow in my shoulder. I don't like it.
Okay.
Alright, so currently, so y'all just went this one.
This is my first battle, so you're gonna have to kind of walk me.
No worries, yeah, we can do it.
Sounds good.
So, with the highest initiative being
Probably Greg's, right?
Well,
Greg, you were 11, right?
I was
I was
17.
11.
Okay, so
I was 17.
How do I
And Renfus was 17. Sorry.
It's okay. It's okay.
Okay, so Renfus, noticing that the arrow ricochets off of Sia's armor, and you hear a loud "Wah!" as Amaranth gets an arrow jabbed in the back.
I
You
thought it
can
was
make
my
the sound
shoulder.
effect you want, or well, back of the shoulder.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead and make this sound effect.
Ah!
There you go. You're like, go ahead and roll.
What am I rolling?
Or I'm sorry, go ahead and roll for your action.
Okay,
What are you
alright.
doing?
So, I don't know if you want to make this an action or a bonus action, but I want to turn around and say, "We're being ambushed! Everyone out now!"
Go ahead and well, I'm gonna say roll a strength check just to vocalize.
The local
rest of the
strength?
caravan.
Ooh, so you said strength check?
Strength check.
Strength check. Ooh, that's 13.
Okay. So kind of the rest of the caravan kind of wakes up in a daze and like, what? You kind of hear them kind of mumble around, and one lets out a scream as it sees Emerald laying there on kind of like almost face planted, but kind of catching herself with an arrow sticking out of the back of her shoulder.
Would you consider that an action or a bonus action?
I would consider that a bonus action.
Okay, so for my
It's
action,
more like a free action.
so I want to, and you can determine how you want to do this. I want to hide behind the caravan here, and I'm certain I got to roll for stealth.
Yeah,
But
go
I
ahead,
want.
yourself.
Okay. Fucking Christ!
Oh God.
All right.
It's short.
The rogue has a bad stealth roll.
It's an 8.
Oh,
Alright, so you kind of like throw yourself up into the carriage as it goes. As you
Would
lean
you
up against-
consider that movement or any sort of action? I just wanted
That's
to
super spiked.
because like I wanted to move and hide. Would you want that in action?
I
or-
would consider that a movement.
Okay.
Sort of action.
So I want to hold that. I want to hold my action until any one of the assailants
Comes closer.
comes close to me. And what I want to hold, and I'll define this. I want to hold. I mean, I already did my bonus action. I just want to hold one dagger strike.
Okay.
Since I already did my bonus action, so.
Sounds good.
What does hold do?
So
You're waiting.
when you hold your action, like you can, like say for example, like you don't know what you want to do. You're like, I want to hold my action and bonus action until an enemy comes out and I can strike them. But the way that it's defined in, I think 5e is if a whole round goes, you lose that action.
Oh. Okay.
But the thing is, like you can hold the action, and if that happens, the way that he can roll, if that happens, you can then give an attack, and you can do your whole attack roll.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So like if something goes in front of you.
Yeah.
Okay.
The way that I remember from Critical Role is they only did held actions, not bonus actions, so you can only do one attack,
Right.
or whatever he
Or
wants
hold
to,
your attack.
Right.
or whatever he wants to.
Right. Okay.
So,
Like during a held action, since you
like I can only
you
do
did,
one
like,
strike.
A really small movement. I'll allow like another movement or an attack.
Okay.
Right. Okay.
Okay.
Because I literally just went like bloop, horribly, but I went bloop. There you go.
You tripped over your shoe.
Yeah, I tripped over my shoe and I went, oh fuck! God damn it!
All right. So the fighter is gonna kind of pull up his spear, and he's gonna actually see where the hell that arrow came from, and he knows exactly where it's at.
Wow.
So he is going.
Good on him,
Yeah. He's going to come. Let's see. He's going to come charging towards this guy. Not quite there yet. But you see, Chris, you see him kind of like dart off towards the woods, kind of where you're at. But by the time he gets below you, you're still facing towards the road. So you still know where he's going, but you know he's going behind you.
So I apparently don't know how to turn my head, but okay.
Well, he's like
I know.
he's currently under you.
Alright.
So like that.
The next action is going to be
I guess. So.
Amaryllis.
Oh no. Am I able to pull the arrow out?
Yeah, you may.
What would you consider
will-
that?
What would it do then?
That would be I'm gonna say
Be
that's
an
gonna be a
action.
constitution because you're gonna have to either push it.
Would it be strength and constitution?
No, but what is it? What is the purpose of that?
She wants to remove the arrow.
Because I have an arrow in me.
Yeah, but
It's-
what?
It's gonna
It
hurt.
restricts movement.
Does it?
But at this, well, if something's in.
Well, I know, but that's up to Brad if it does or doesn't.
I mean, currently
I haven't done anything yet.
Currently, it is a crit on that hit, so it's bleeding rather profusely. I will say, just for your benefit, since you know healing, that if you were to remove it without applying first aid or healing magics, you would start to bleed out.
Oh wow. Should have just not said anything.
Okay. Am I able to take the potion first before? Would that help at all?
You could replenish your HP, but again, once that arrow is removed,
Remember, the potions are really, really expensive. So.
Here's another question. Removing the arrows have an action or a bonus action?
that would be an action.
Can she,
Okay.
use healing on
What would you consider a potion?
No, he touches anything.
I can
Would you
use
potion would
cure
be an
yourself?
I can
Potion-
use cure
okay.
wounds on anybody.
So
or, yeah.
potion is an action. Removing the arrow is an action. So you got to keep that in mind.
My only
Both
thing,
are both require a lot of time.
Right.
my only
Right.
thing is like if I use any sort of healing, like wouldn't that close the skin and it would just keep the arrow in there? Wouldn't I need to
Well, yeah,
remove it?
I mean,
But the thing is,
you
but the
could
thing
do
is that like, okay, if she were to heal it first and then eventually remove it, would that make it not as dastardly, or how would you want to do that?
I would go ahead and allow kind of a minimal effect on that because there currently is bleeding. And if you were to remove it right now, then without staunching the bleeding, you would start to bleed out and take damage.
But healing it would help it not bleed out as much.
What if she removed it and then healed it?
You could definitely
Yeah.
do that. I mean, you would have to. It would have to wait for your next round before you can heal it.
Wouldn't she bleed out?
Oh yeah.
No.
She was still take some bleeding damage, though.
Yeah. I
So
mean,
basically, what you can do is you can remove it the first round, and then you can heal it the second
As soon
round.
as she
And the
doesn't
way
get
that
killed,
Brad is
that's
explaining it is, she would not lose any. I mean, unless someone attacked her, she wouldn't lose any extra HP.
How much damage would bleeding cost, or you have to
Depends,
roll it
yes
out?
Or here's the thing to consider as well. If you pull the arrow
I
out,
would-
she has a higher perception, so she could also heal you if you were to pull it out.
because something like that,
It's-
I would say 1 point of damage per round.
Okay. That's not too
I'm
bad.
just gonna go ahead and take it out.
She's gonna remove the arrow.
Alright, so go ahead and roll Constitution.
Oh.
This might be bad. It's a 10.
Same. You kind of pull at it and you're just like, ah! And it's just like your base instinct just stops you from actually being able to pull it out any further.
Great.
Yeah, it's that deep, man.
Well, remember we have another cleric that can help her out too.
Alright. Alright, so you just kind of like, you got that and you're trying to struggle with that. We're gonna move that on to Suya.
My
Alright.
turn? Alright, let's see. I'll be like, alright. So I tell Ren, take care of the back. Let me worry about the front.
Okay.
And I just like, do I see that?
Yeah.
I charge at him.
He rolled a 1, so I mean, he's as visible as daylight.
I charge at him and just try to attack him.
Okay, go ahead and roll for attack.
Ooh, let's go.
Oof. That's a 6.
And then plus
What is it? Plus what?
He's
Plus
a-
strength?
Plus your strength. Plus your strength and your proficiency bonus since you have
So
proficiency
that's
with-
plus
with
5.
sword.
plus
And then
5.
proficiency.
What's proficiency bonus? I never
Plus
did
two.
it.
Plus 2.
Where's
So
that at?
5 plus 2, so it's plus
your
7.
proficiency, so
So it's plus 7.
So 6 plus 7.
So that's
13?
13.
Okay, so you run up and you swing.
Oh
at
yeah,
it,
you're right. You're 13.
But it kind of like it sees the attack coming and it deflects with its shield and
Oh,
gives
he's
you
a little brace. All right.
Alright. We're gonna now move on to Chrissy. So currently you're in the tree. You see the other guard come from the middle of it. He's run past you, kind of losing behind the branch you're standing on. But you see the direction he's going. You also see that Amaryllis has taken an arrow pretty deep and is trying to get it out, but it's just so far in there that it's actually hurting her to actually move that arrow any further. And then Suya has run off into the woods and is currently engaged with one of the other bugbears, and you're still unsure of where the other arrow came from.
Yeah.
I mean, does checking for perception take an action or anything? I mean, I'm in the tree, so
She has advantage on me.
I would, because this is you're currently not in the movement. I'll go ahead and go make a perception, and it'll do as a free action.
like 2, I guess. Like, that's
2
still
plus what's your perception? What are you trying to look at exactly?
I think she's
To
trying to
see
figure out
where
where
the
the
other
other
arrow
one came from.
Okay.
5.
Okay.
So 2 plus 5, that's 7.
So you know that it came from the woods beyond your view. You're unsure exactly of where that could exactly be at.
Okay.
So either you see the guard running off, or you see the Amaryllis is struggling with the arrow.
Okay, well, I guess I'll go down and help Amaryllis.
Okay.
So you're gonna use.
Since you're in the tree, go ahead and make a dex just so you can get down safely.
3.
Oh my gosh. Plus Dex is 1, so it's 4.
Alright, you aren't up as high as last time, but you still kind of like land pretty hard. You're just like, oh, you hit that same ankle again.
Oh, there you
Go ahead and roll a constitution to see if you
Constitution.
walk this off.
7.
17 plus
That's
19.
Yeah.
Alright, you're just like, oh, damn it, the same one. And then, like, you're good to move. So you run up to Emerald,
Yeah.
starts movement.
What do you
Do
do?
you do any sort of action?
How many actions do I have?
You have one
You have an action and a bonus
You have an
action.
action and a bonus action. Yeah.
What is... If I
So
pull
an
the
action
arrow
is-
here, can I do that both in one thing? Or...
No.
That would be considered an action.
Either pulling
What's
or
a
healing.
bonus action?
Bonus action
You
is
either
something
pull
really
the arrow
small.
out or you heal it.
Yeah.
What's a bonus action?
Bonus action is something small, like you kind of turn around, you can draw a weapon.
Or turn and yell something.
I'll pull out the arrow from her.
Go ahead and roll strength.
Straight.
Oh, jeez.
4.
5.
Oh, gosh.
So,
Do
as
I roll
Emerald is
Constitution
pulling it,
again?
She already pulled it out some, though.
No.
A little bit.
That's a
It's
5.
pretty
Yeah.
in there. You're just
Yeah,
like,
it's pretty
she
stuck
lets
in
out another ah! You guys are struggling with the arrow.
Yeah.
Alright. Now we're gonna come to Bugbear. This guy here. He's gonna launch another arrow attack.
Ooh! Who's he launching it at?
Who is? You're not saying
No.
which one.
This
No, the
one?
Bugbear, the nameless Bugbear.
Nameless book. Okay.
Well,
Which
there's
one is
3
that?
of them.
Then
Which
we
one?
don't know.
There's,
This one over there. Okay.
So we
Oh,
wait. Is
great.
it?
There's like 2 over here we don't know about.
This one-
This one's the lookout, though.
She said
No, I
she.
know, but he
Oh.
said
She
the
said-
nameless bugbear, but there's 2 more.
Kaden said this one.
That one,
Okay.
Kaden?
He did point
Okay.
at that one, yeah.
Okay. He throws. We does what now?
He's gonna shoot another arrow
At
Uh-huh.
who?
at.
Well, if we're
he's
going
gonna
by
try
the
and finish
figures,
off
I'm in the.
round, actually.
I was gonna say, if we're going by the figures, I'm in the front.
So let's see.
I'm just gonna be the human shield.
What's her AC?
So
It doesn't matter if
19.
you rolled a 20.
19 to hit.
Oh, that
that
hits.
hits.
Okay.
Shit.
So it's another.
This was a
This-
20.
This might be bad. Depends on what he
So
rolls.
7 damage.
Oh god, I'm at 2, guys.
But you're alive.
I'm at 2
You're
though.
alive.
So another arrow slams into your side as Chrissy and you are both trying to fight with this other arrow.
Are you kidding me?
She was just trying to sleep peacefully.
I will never sleep again.
The other caravan is starting to kind of freak out and they're just like dispersed off into the woods.
What?
Yeah, they're freaked out.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna
okay.
use the tiny cleric as the meat
We're
shield.
not fighters.
Yeah.
Renfus, and you're hiding here.
Yeah, I'm hiding.
Okay. Alright, so.
I guess you can use the potion now. I mean, you might as well.
Sorry.
You just start chugging it.
Yeah.
Good thing I got 2 of them.
Yeah.
Currently engaged with Sia.
They're minor heals.
He is going
It's
to,
not
now that
really
he's
too
kind of
much.
deflected your great sword, he's
Yeah.
going to come up with a morning star and try
Okay.
and hit you in the chest there.
Oh, how dare.
14.
16.
Alright. You kind of like, just kind of brush it off, and as it swings up, kind of clips, like, you can hear ting, 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 as the spikes of the chain, of the morning star kind of clink against your chain level. It's a clean miss.
Nice.
Alright, and then we are going to come to.
The third one that's over here, right?
Yeah.
But there might be more to actually.
I mean,
This is just all we can
It's,
see.
There might be. I don't know. Just keep
he's
that in
gonna
mind.
hear- He's gonna take a shot at that guy as he's
May the
coming
DM
up.
have mercy.
I was gonna say there better not be more right now.
12. Okay.
It's like, well,
He
I'm
is
gonna be rolling for a new
uninjured
character.
from the arrow attack.
nice.
It misses, but it's not a split.
Nice.
It's almost on the back.
Yeah, that's not a split.
And
And you're dead. Yeah.
alright, rolling for a new character right now.
Not 3 death saves. Alright, so now let's
how it's
come
been
to our fighter, who is going to finish up his round, come
With
charging in
most of us have been
with the spear.
Okay.
We're gonna try
So
and
wait,
kill
May as
this
well
guy.
get
What
started.
did the fighter roll?
Huh?
What did the fighter roll?
For what?
For
What's
initiative.
his
13.
initiative?
What about I rolled 17?
You are currently holding yours, right? Until the end of
Well, it's if it comes back to me, then my
Then you
action
can
is
move.
wasted.
Yeah,
so
so it's just-
I haven't.
Where
Where does he fall in
Yeah.
initiative order?
Alright,
though?
wait,
Well, Well, like I'm gonna waste the attack and then have a new turn.
are you?
Yeah, so it's like whatever I was holding doesn't matter anymore. I mean, unless you don't want to do it that way.
So I think
Basically,
you're trying to say
so the way that like I'm using critical rolls as a basis. If you hold your action, if a whole round goes and it comes back to you and you can't use your action, that action is just gone.
Yeah.
So if that's the case, then I have a new turn. Like whatever I was holding, it's wasted. It's done.
Yeah.
So
So you want to go before it's your turn?
I'll go.
Okay.
What are you doing?
So where was he at before?
There's like a couple spaces.
Like back here?
Yeah.
Okay. Question. Do I notice the arrows and amaryllis?
Yes, you do.
Okay.
I hope so.
I'm gonna run over to her and use my action to throw a potion down her fucking gullet.
Alright.
So, okay, so the diagonal, is the diagonal 5 still, or?
You guys are close enough. Yeah, I mean, it's...
So, I'm here 5, 10, 15, 20,
You're
and then...
taller and move
Alright,
faster.
so I'm
sure
going
you're fine.
to, I'm going to use one of my minor healing potions,
Okay.
and I'm going to throw it down her throat.
So you guys are struggling. You kind of like get a jerk from the back of your head as Rainfist pops open a potion with his teeth and just like throws it down your throat.
Alright, what is it I gotta roll?
It's a 1d8 plus 2.
1d8 plus 2. Alrighty.
Oh, please roll high. Please roll high.
10. I rolled a natural 8 on your healing.
You feel
And a 12.
warmness flow over you as life starts to rejuvenate into your body. You can feel the wound kind of start to heal up around the arrow, which might not be a good thing in the long run, but it definitely feels good for now. You're not a death's door.
Just as a bonus action, I'm gonna ready my daggers and I'm going to yell, "Come out, you fucking coward!"
Why do you taunt them?
Because I'm here now. Because I am here!
Alright.
And that is my turn.
Fair enough.
And scene.
Hey, you
The
got some
timer
time.
goes off.
Hey, I rolled a natural 8 for you, babe. There you go.
I appreciate.
Soldier guy here.
I appreciate.
He tries to stick this one, but it doesn't. It just kind of dodges out of the way and throws the bow onto the ground. And now we are coming back to our 20 bugbear.
On what?
One of the creatures,
No, you
right?
who hasn't gone this turn? I feel like somebody hasn't gone this turn.
I went, and then he went, and I think, was it Suya's next?
Suya is next.
Yeah, Suya is
next?
Yeah, you're next.
I swing at the bugbear in front of me.
Okay.
Again.
Oh!
It's a 9 plus
It's a strength modifier.
7, so it's the same thing, 13.
Yeah, it kind of jumps out of the kind of
Wait, you said
Wait,
9
wait, wait. Plus proficiency.
9 plus 7?
Yeah.
9 plus 7
That's 16.
is 16.
Wait, is
Alright.
that a 6 or a 9?
Wait, let me see.
That's a 9.
That's a 9.
Oh,
So
16.
9
because
plus
the dot
7.
is-
Oh, right,
The
right,
dot
right.
is down at the
9
top.
plus 7 is 16.
16.
Oh.
Alright.
So that means if you... Did you roll a 9 last round too?
No, I roll a 6.
Okay.
This time
But this one's a 9.
This
So
one's
9
a
plus
9.
7 is a 16.
Sounds good. Alright, so learning from your actions as he blocks your first one with his shield and swipes up there, you notice an opening and you take it. So you swing down your sword and you hit him forward.
It is my great sword, so it's 2d6.
What's your strength?
Plus my strength, yeah.
There you go. Ooh, that's a good roll. That's a good roll.
So that's 10.
15.
15 points of damage. Nice. Nice. That's a good hit, dude. That's awesome.
So you cleave a nice big chunk out of his back and he's just like, let's out. And he's kind of like almost loses his balance, but he catches himself and kind of like turns back around with his shield up. Take a nice big chunk out of him.
Okay. Nice. What's his state?
He's still standing and rearing for a fight, but you got a good hit out of him.
Alright.
Is he looking rough?
Is he taking
Not
rough?
looking
Not
very
looking
rough. Somebody's been watching Critical Role. Alright.
She's like, actually, no, I haven't.
I've only
Alright,
seen the episodes
so-
you put on, that's it. And I'm pretty much not even watching it.
Alright, so I think I'm trying to keep track of everything here. So Sia just went, so I believe it is now back to no wait.
Amaryllis has him on.
Yeah, it is now Amaryllis' turn.
I'm just casually die.
I'm sorry, I'm trying a new technique on initiative. So if like I miss you or you feel like I've done something where somebody hasn't gone, just let me know. Because I'm trying something new.
Wouldn't it just be easier if we just go in the order that we're saying?
So,
We
okay.
just need to make an initiative.
So there's only
tree, to
3
be
creatures
honest.
right now?
What's that?
There's only 3 creatures?
Yeah.
Okay. We still don't know where that arrow came from.
Yeah, we still are not familiar where the fatal arrows have been coming from.
Okay.
Am I able to just grab my morning star with my right arm and just
Yep.
hold?
You currently, those wounds are healed up nicely. You're still.
Well, I mean, the
having-
arrows are still in my
Yeah.
arm.
But yeah, you can definitely pull out your morning star and do what you gotta do.
I'm just gonna pull it and get ready for something to move in closer. Because, I mean, the bow is gonna take both of my arms, and I can't really do that well with arrows in my arm. So
Okay.
I'm just gonna hold my pull my morning star out and get ready.
Okay. You want me to get movements or anything like that?
No, I'm just sticking close.
Okay.
I mean, you can move behind Chrissy if you wanted to.
Alright, that makes it 4 rounds. So we are coming back to Bugbear. A mysterious Bugbear. Alright. Launches yet another arrow. This time it swipes past your face and kind of like lets out a flong as it hits the soup pot and falls into the fire.
Oh, that's sad.
Oh, they're giving me a break now.
That was a good soup.
I just
It
went
didn't
fire.
snip
The
over.
real
It just kind of like
Oh, it just
The real
hit the
tragedy.
cauldron and it went to the fire.
Yeah.
The real tragedy.
What happened to Faith?
Got a
Alright.
plan.
I got a plan.
Got a plan.
Well, this is gonna work out swell.
So how much I think
All right.
I have a plan.
After that, I have to.
So our
Or no, I have
our
12.
Lancer
That's
here
right, 'cause you
unfortunately
can.
is going to get critted.
Oh.
Morning Star straight to the face.
Oh.
It's 2d8.
Oh.
What was that?
I got it.
9.
I was correcting my HP because I realized I forgot to add the 2 that I already had. I was like, oops. I wonder why that would come lower.
Alright, and then we're going to come up to our
I win the
other
position.
bugbear here, which is
I
currently
win.
engaged with Suya.
Huh?
The bugbear was
The one
sued.
with the
Oh,
arrow.
okay.
He's going to come at you again with his Morning Star. 14.
Now this is just gonna
4
look like a
is
copy.
18 to hit. Alright, so you take a firm crack in the ribs with the Morning Star.
Hey, we have potions this time.
Well, you only have 1 now.
Take 17 points of bludgeoning damage. as it
17?
crashes into your ribs. Yeah.
What?
He rolled high, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
Damn.
Alright, so
Jesus.
I take 14.
Alright, so your HP.
Oh yeah, you only take 14. What's your HP?
26.
Oh, so mine's,
So it took
mine's
14, so it's 12.
12, yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Okay.
Hey, we're matching.
Damn. So we equally did high damage to each other.
Yeah. Alright. So you're at what?
12.
Okay.
So it's currently what? HP are you currently at?
12. New year,
Alright,
new party.
Memphis, it's your turn.
Do I know where the guy with the arrows is coming from? Do I know how far away he is
You
right
can
now?
proceed.
Do I not?
Can I
get
do
a
it?
turn anymore?
Oh, did you
Rip.
not go last turn?
She didn't go.
Go ahead. We'll
Yeah,
make
you
it
do your
She
turn,
forgot.
and then
I've
I'll,
gotten one turn in this whole fight.
and then I'll
Yeah,
you
that's what I'm saying. I'm
yeah
trying
you
to
do
make
your
sure-
turn, and then I'll do mine.
Yeah, make 2 turns, and then we'll do Memphis. So you'll do a double action.
Do we still not see this guy doing
No.
the arrows?
Nobody's perceiving yet.
Can I
I'm
do
going
it
to
for
per-
perception. Fuck you.
5. That's the check.
We're not able to use passive
Alright, so
perception.
you can't determine do anything else.
What else can I do?
You can do a movement and an action. You're going to get 2 of those. I'm going to take perception as a free action. I'm just kind of good at looking around during the rest of the combat. I mean, you kind of have a general idea since there have been so many coming from the general direction, but you have no idea where he's at. He could be in a tree, he could be behind a bush.
How long can I move?
30 feet.
I don't know what that
And
is on here.
each square is 5
so it's
feet.
5 feet. So, say he's like way over here. It's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So you can move basically anything around this area here.
I can't get to see you though, right?
No.
No, I told Ren to.
if you're now you have an ability. If you're thinking of healing it, keep that in mind too. You have a ranged healing ability. Real quick.
Yeah.
Just a second, guys. If you like this channel, donate to us so we can buy more good stuff. And I can get that.
This series is brought to you by nothing.
'Cause
It's brought to you by the shots I'm going to do with you guys after we're done with it.
Because we're probably going to need them.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you can move up and then heal any number of creatures or creature within 30 feet of you for 2 times your.
Wait, I'm confused. What?
Hang
What
on.
spell
You're-
are you looking
You
at?
have healing, range healing.
Channel Divinity, Preserve Life.
Channel Divinity, yeah.
That's
Which
one
means that
creature?
if you stand in the right spot, you can heal both Amaryllis and Sue.
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
How many
So
times can
second
you go?
level, as an action, you present your holy symbol and evoke healing energies that restores a number of hit points equal to 5 times your cleric level, which is basically 2 times 5 is 10.
10.
10
For
Channel
any
Divinity.
creature or creatures within 30.
So if you move in a certain area, you can give 10
Okay,
healing
so where
points.
can I move that I can get my group?
So currently you're in this group
I'm
here,
right
so
here.
that's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So you can move about here.
And I'll still reach her?
Yes.
How many
Where?
times can she cast that?
Here?
It's
That's a
once
level
yeah, it's a one-time ability. per-
One time ability.
You can get.
But you so
per
basically
day.
you roll
Oh, when
basically
you take a
it's
long
10
rest,
it's
you're dead.
it's 10 hit
Okay, fine.
points. Yeah, it's 10 hit points to you and to her.
No, it's
No, it's only
It's
to
divided.
one.
Okay, so
So
5
it's
to you,
5.
5
Oh,
to
you
her.
can? Oh, it's an AoE healing thing?
Yeah.
And
Or
I mean
how many creatures?
I knock on wood right now.
Well, I don't get it. Like, so it can heal everybody?
Yes.
In that
But you gotta
range.
split it between, split the 10 between how many people she's healing.
Okay.
But because you and her are the only ones who've taken damage, you two will be the ones who get healing.
Right.
So 5 to you, 5 to her.
But it's in a range, isn't it? Or is it just
You two are, he moved her to where you're both in range.
where Suya's in range? Too? Yeah.
Suya
They're both
and
in range.
you
So
are
I'm in the
both in
middle
range,
of both of you guys, so it's like a circle.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah,
So-
you could do something like that.
So I'm gonna move there and I'm gonna do my range.
Your channel divinity.
Okay, so you already moved up.
Yeah.
So you run up and you throw up your holy symbol of Bahamut, and the whole area around you emits a glowing, piercing light, and you and Suya both feel like this great energy kind of replenish your life force. And you both increase your HP by 5.
Awesome.
So you each have 17 HP now, right?
Yep.
This is why we have 2 clerics.
Not
Or else we'd be fucking
I can
dead.
use that once a day or when I sleep or what?
Once per long rest.
So once we go back to, once we
basically
actually
when I
go
go
to,
to sleep.
once we go to sleep tonight, it would replenish.
It's more
And
than
that
like
doesn't
6
affect your
hours.
spell slots either. That's the channel divinity.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright,
Basically,
and
if
you
you
get
sleep
one more
behind us,
action
hours,
because we
you
didn't
get
we
that.
missed you.
You get one more action.
Movement and action.
Movement and action.
Wait, didn't she move?
I'm giving her
It-
2
You give her
It's
2
like
because
easy.
Oh,
she
okay.
got
That's
skipped,
right.
yeah.
Chrissy, stay with the group. I got this.
Okay.
As she runs up to you and does lay on hands. No, I'm kidding. I
No,
don't
it was
know.
channel divinity.
I'm gonna.
That's a
No,
whole
after she
different
did
thing.
that. I figured she did that, so I'm like, afterwards.
Channel divinity
gonna
is a whole
move
thing. It's
over here.
Okay.
To the edge of the clearing. And I am going to see if I can hit something by throwing my hand axe.
Alright, so and roll your axe. Go ahead and roll.
Whoa.
With disadvantage because you don't know where exactly it's at.
So roll twice and take the lower one.
So 9 and 8.
8
So 8
what
plus
was
dex, right?
8
Yeah,
plus
plus
your
dex.
So 9. Neither.
Okay.
9.
So you hear
9. Walk.
as it hits into a tree. You're not exactly sure what tree, but it hits a tree. So now you are hand axeless.
Oof. But she heard it hit a tree though, right?
You heard it hit a tree.
So she could
Just
run
ask
up and
you a
take an action
question.
to pull the axe
You
out.
good? You're running through into the woods and hopefully find your axe.
Okay. Alright, so it's now we're at the top
I
of the
mean,
round,
I just
right?
have to
Okay.
basically run in a straight line.
So since she did that, do I still need to do a perception roll?
Yeah, because we
Yeah,
still
should
don't
be
know
a
where
slight
it
no
is.
idea where
Alright, what kind of action would the perception roll be? Is that a free action?
Currently I'm doing it as a free action,
Okay.
just kind of the spot. 'Cause, you know,
Oh,
see,
that's a
people-
13.
Ouch.
We're never gonna know where this.
We're gonna die before we figure it out. It's fine.
At this point, might as well
You
just
discern more or less where it's coming from. Instead of being here, though, you feel like it might be closer to here.
Okay, so he's closer
It's
than
like,
there.
we're gonna burn our character.
Question for you.
Alright.
If I bonus action dash, how much extra movement do I get?
You get 60 feet, but it takes an action.
yeah.
Oof.
So that means I would get just, like with my dual
You'd
wielder
make
feat,
move.
I would use my action to dash and then my bonus action to do the second hit. Like, it
No.
would, it would only be one hit. How would you want to do that?
He says
It
he's
would be a
counting
full
yours.
action.
So a full action to dash, but remember I'm a dual wielder, so I have 2 attacks that I can do. How would you want to do that? I'm asking that before I decide what I want to do.
Oh, I see.
Is there an action?
Because
that
like,
activates?
if you
Like,
dashes,
if I take my action to dash, but I
And
still
then-
have
but
my
you-
bonus action as a dual wielder
you
to
can,
do a
like,
different
swipe
as a
them.
second attack,
Swipe
like
with
a
just
one attack.
One attack, though. Is that? Yeah.
Or can I use my bonus action to grapple him?
I would prefer that. If you
The
were
grapple?
to just do a grapple or like
Okay.
kind of like a charging attack,
Okay.
I would also allow that.
If I was okay,
But if you were to
what
like-
what would you consider a charging attack?
If you don't stop until you hit him.
Okay, so if I'm running
Like,
at
you
him,
roll full
so
60
if I grab one of my daggers and I charge at him until I hit him, you would consider that the dash for the action and then the bonus action for the attack.
Yeah. I would
Okay, and that's
consider
just a
it charging.
standard attack, no advantage or disadvantage.
Disadvantage to hit because you don't know where he's at.
Yeah.
So you would have, if you miss him, you run the full 60 feet.
Okay.
Oh.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not gonna do that. I'm going to take a hide roll because I want to run up to this tree and I want to hide behind this tree.
Go ahead and roll stuff.
All right, so roll stealth. I'll grab this one.
Yeah, I think that's.
Oh no, that's a 9.
9. Alright, so you hide in the bush, but you know for a fact that it's not really hiding.
I'm gonna hold my action until he rushes out, and I'm gonna hold the one stab to get him when he runs through. Like I know that he knows I'm there, but just like when he runs past, I want to hold my
If
action.
he runs
until-
past.
If he runs past, I want to use that to stab him.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, because this guy has been pissing me off. He's been hurting you, and he's been pissing you off. So there we go.
A little bit.
Alright.
I lost my axe.
So you lost your axe.
A little bit.
Oh, my axe!
I need
Alright,
to
so
axe
who-
you something.
Fuck you. Anyway, so who's next?
Surya?
Nah, I already went.
Okay,
Did you?
so
Well, we're at the top
No,
of the
at
round. We're at the top of the
so
round,
went
so it
back.
goes
So
me.
it went him, you, Emerald, and then me. That's how it's
So
supposed to be going.
you would be
I don't
next.
know.
You're next.
I don't know. Brad has to
I've been keeping track because he skipped me twice.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm next.
You're like, I want to play too. I'm like,
I want to play the Dungeons and the
when
Dragons.
do I get to go?
I want to play the
It's like,
caves and the
yo.
trolls.
I literally just got to jump down and hurt my ankle.
Yeah.
Pretty much. But you've been a trooper. You've been walking it off though.
Yeah. Alright, let's do
You're
this.
like okay, good.
Yeah. No pain, no
Okay.
gain.
No pain.
So everyone here has already taken a full action, and I think we're just missing our fighter.
So what happened was we did some full
We
actions.
finished with
We finished with you, and then I'm the top of the round, so he would be next.
Okay, go ahead.
Right? Is that right?
Yes.
Okay.
Because basically, like, we had finished the round, and we did her twice because you had missed her a couple times. So then we went to the top of the round, and then I was the top of the round. So that would be whoever's after me would be the next round. So, now
1, 2,
now we're
3.
back to regular initiative.
Oh, okay.
Alright.
We gotta count them in the initiative too.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know how they rolled.
Let me guess, Cannon. They rolled low, didn't they?
they didn't.
Yeah, you got
They
a
went
20,
before me.
18, a 1.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
This is
But
it.
they'd already gone, and then it was my turn.
Yeah.
And then it goes to him. So there you go.
So that's it.
Okay, so I
It's like they went before me.
Swing
They couldn't have rolled.
my sword at the.
Bring it back from your attack. You go ahead and swing down with your sword.
That is a. You said proficiency bonus, or is that from?
Strength plus your proficiency.
So that's 7,
15.
right? 15.
15. So you take a nice big hit, but it also kind of deflects, like leaves its shield in its body, takes a good step back as it deflects your.
Wow, 15 doesn't hit.
15 doesn't hit. That's
Jesus.
Wow. 16 is the point to hit.
Yeah.
I'm guessing.
16.
16 is
16
the
hits,
Bugbear.
okay, alright.
That's-
Are you allowed to say that? Like 16 hits? Or
Well,
you
that's
not?
for us to
16.
determine after we just figure it out.
Yeah. 16 does it. Okay.
Well, shit, fire.
Alright, so see how this went. So there's now.
You know, there's gonna be critical rolls, and our show's just gonna be terrible rolls.
Yeah, right? Minimal rolls.
Basically.
So now we're coming back around to our bugbears finally, right?
Where's Amaryllis in the...
I rolled an 11, so.
Have you rolled this in this round yet?
No. She has not rolled in this round yet.
No, no,
No, roll this.
So would it go Amaryllis and then...
I thought they went before I did.
Yeah, the bugbears go, and then Amaryllis goes.
Yeah,
Because
that's
they
what I
shot her
said.
with the
Yeah.
arrows.
Okay, and then
Because they
they...
were able to attack me first.
Alright, so bugbear that is currently engaged, that
So
is currently
Scorpion's
shooting at
been
you
going.
guys.
I don't know.
This time is going to launch an arrow at Chrissy. It was 17 to hit.
Oof.
What's your AC?
I have no idea what that
Your
means.
AC is up here.
Armor class.
12?
Oh! That hits!
You're gonna take
Hits
damage.
4. Trombone.
At least it's not a crit.
Yeah.
I don't
So you take
Remember-
7 points of piercing damage as an arrow slaps into your back.
So now you're.
Or no, you're facing. So it slams into the front of your shoulder.
This is 7 points.
My boo!
And it's a crime?
Does she take less
I noticed
damage
this and go, oh, that's unfortunate.
So that means she takes less damage because it hit the
That's rough, buddy.
Let's
like,
say that takes more damage.
takes more.
It did hit the shiny part.
Aw. Not
Alright.
the shiny pot.
The next bugbear
We all
is the
know.
one that is
I'm
currently
17.
in face with Suda.
Alright, so Suya.
He's gonna take another swing. It does not hit. Just basically, as you kind of duck out of the way from the morning star coming right at you.
You fool.
You fool. Okay.
Stop.
You just died.
And then stood up here with the other guy.
The NPC.
Alright, so this guy is going to try and
That NPC's
just
gonna
get him the
yeah,
spear.
Spear?
I'm gonna lose him after
Unfortunately,
this
it does not hit.
And that NPC is just as bad as us. What the
I know. Critical roll. Critically terrible roll.
A critically terrible roll.
A critical fail.
Yeah, see, there's 6, right? That's how much change D and D20s.
I'm gonna have to get that natural one shirt now.
Alright.
Damn.
So 13, and then we are back to Renfus.
Okay, so I'm behind.
Wait,
What?
Amaryllis? When does Amaryllis go?
Emerald is after me, right?
After
Okay.
Alrighty.
Wait, what?
He
So
goes again? He
Wait,
went,
he-
and
after
then
he-
went, and then the bugbears went, and then now it's supposed to be Amaryllis'
I haven't done
turn.
it yet.
Amaryllis.
And
Oh,
it's my turn.
Me,
yeah.
And then Renfus and then me.
Yo.
Yeah.
We need
that's
a
right.
trio.
That's right. You guys haven't gone yet. There you go.
Yeah, because I was holding
Have this.
my-
Have them go, and then we'll go back to the top of our round, and then I'll go. So have Amaryllis, and then Chrissy, and then me.
Well, because it goes in
Isn't
the order.
that
The
how it's
bugbears
supposed to
go, and then Amaryllis goes, and then I go, and then
And
it
then I
circles
go,
round
and then
back to
I
you.
go.
Back to you.
We need
then
a
me.
tree.
And then the bugbears again, and then the NPC, and then Amaryllis, and then me.
Yeah.
That's my project.
That's
We're gonna
cool.
fucking make an initiative tree.
That's fine. That's fine.
Okay.
Are you reordering everything, Katie?
Yeah.
There you go.
So who the hell's turn is it?
Yours.
It's gonna be yours.
Okay.
It's gonna be your turn.
Okay.
So you have 17 HP, and you're like I mean,
I'm good right
frick yeah, because you don't cuss.
now. Like frick yeah.
Frick yeah.
The three of us are all at 17.
Okay, so
You're at 17 too? I thought you just took damage.
I did. My life is 24.
Whoa! Damn.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
so we got 2 down,
Have you taken
18. So Renfus is next, followed by Amarillo, followed by.
So you wait, you want me to go next then?
What?
Yeah, the way that I have initiative set up.
I had a good rule.
Okay.
Yeah, because you had high initiative.
Yeah.
Sure,
Yeah,
yeah.
you had
Okay.
higher-
I'm gonna take another free action to roll a perception check to see if I can know exactly where he is.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's
alright.
All right, you ready?
one.
Ooh,
Wow.
that's
My turn.
good. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's
Promising.
good.
Promising.
Perception plus 2. That is 16.
Hallelujah!
Yeah.
Little fucker is actually right there.
So
Oh, of course.
I know specifically where he's
Yeah,
at.
so you could charge at him now
You
and
see
attack
him
him.
kind of like bend across from behind the tree, ready an arrow.
Can I run at him and stab him in the stomach?
Did you want to charge that?
Or you just want to go up to him and
It's
just
not
attack
going to be
him
a dash. I'm not going to use a bonus action. I just want to because it's within my.
Okay, but
It's like 1, 2, and like he's right there, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so like he's within my range, so I'm not going to do a dash. I'll run up him and use both my daggers to stab him.
oh, okay, so
Make an attack.
yeah.
So 2 attack rolls.
Yep.
Oh.
Oh, I don't like that.
The first one's a 12.
I thought we were doing
Remember,
Plus
16.
your
Bonus.
No, the thing is, including my bonus.
Oh,
bonus.
okay.
6 plus 6 is 12.
Yeah.
And then the second one is. That's a natural fucking 1.
Oh, boy.
So
That one
So you
is.
just hugged him.
You come up and you
When's
like
the wedding?
shop at him. He kind of like turns the ball
Alright,
around as you
that-
trip over a tree rope and land just like you land on the ground, but your roguish reflexes kind of make you tumble around. You kinda
So
like,
I tumble, but I completely miss, right?
you totally miss.
Oh, that's fine, that's
Like
fine.
he knows he is now found out.
Okay,
That's
well,
fine, that's fine. But the thing is I will take it because he's now found out for you two.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, that's it.
That's,
Alright.
yeah.
Amaryllis.
Okay. Before that, so I know for my next turn, am I prone or did I get myself back up?
No, you got your. He just said.
So-
your reflexes got
So
you
if I
back up.
fell, am I here then?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, then I'm right here. Okay, cool. Just want to make sure those dice are going in jail. I'm not
rogues
using them.
have backstep advantage. Like if they move their movements behind them and
Yeah.
they get
I
attacked.
don't know what to do.
But I use both of my.
No, I know.
But
but
on your next one, if you're still behind
I'm saying,
him,
since
you
you're a
can-
rogue,
If you-
always try to move behind them so you can.
Yeah,
do
you know.
advantage.
Oh, okay. Thank you for saying that.
Yeah.
I'll do that next. All right, unless he does something to me. Anyway.
Yeah, obviously.
You still have no idea what
All
I'm
right, so it's your turn. You can
either
either do an attack roll with your Morning Star because he's been found out.
Depends what he's facing, though, right?
I'd have to move to
Currently,
get him
he is
anyway.
actually looking at Renfus, like he kind of like
Okay.
turned around and kind of dodged.
So he would have to lose.
So he's facing her.
He's facing this
So
way.
he would have to face someone for him to use a backstab attack, right? Okay, makes sense. So unless he gets distracted by somebody else, then you can
You
go behind
have
him and
bows and stuff too.
backstab.
Yeah, but I already have my Morning Star out. It would take an action to drop my Morning Star and bring my bow out.
You might as well charge him.
And I wouldn't be able to attack. Because that
you
would
might,
use
you
my
might
full
as well
action.
charge him to hit him.
Alright, YOLO, here we go. Charge.
You're gonna attack.
Yep.
Go ahead and swing with the mace.
Oh,
What is it?
What do you got?
man.
9 plus what?
I don't have any strength.
No. Is it strength
It's a
or
strength.
It's strength check, yeah.
Yeah, because I'm swinging
Only
the Morning Star.
rogues get finesse bonus.
And I have no modifier for strength, so it is a 9.
You run up, but like
Wow.
kind of like the arrow gets in your way, and you're just like, ah, damn it, and it kind of distracts you for a split second, and you just woof, swipes right past him. All right, and
so
now we are at
Chrissy, right?
Chrissy.
Wait, is it her or Suya?
It's Chrissy.
Oh.
Suya rolled low.
I rolled low. That's what
Really?
Yeah.
Can I hit him with my crossbow?
I'm gonna need a tree.
Go ahead and roll a ranged attack.
2.
Oh
So you're like,
no!
and you hear
Party
yet
is
another
dead, yo.
whack as it hits into the tree.
Actually, bonus action.
I'm banking
What's
on
it?
the
What
at least.
can I do with a bonus action?
Reload.
I have 2.
Yeah, you would take a reload
I
action.
have 2.
It's for your crossbow.
Okay, reload.
Alright, so here we go. Alright, and now we are at our last bugbear,
Where?
which is all the way down there.
Oh.
at the
Rip.
lookout.
Okay. And he rolls a 2.
Oh!
Not get our little adventuring fighter there over there. And then we're going to come. So this will be a little different, but now I have it written down. We're going to go back to our gentleman hiding in the woods, which has just recently been found out. And he is actually going to try and escape this. And
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
he's
Do
got-
I get an attack of opportunity
Yeah,
when he tries
yes,
to
he
escape?
did.
Okay, cool. And it's just a standard attack roll, right?
Yep.
Alright, cool.
Please fucking
Wait.
roll high.
When you,
Oh, natural 20!
Oh, thank fuck.
Okay.
Oh, shit!
Before that, if they get attack opportunity and they do get hit, that counts as their movement, no? Because they're stuck, right? Or does they keep?
Well,
moving?
I hit a natural 20, so it depends on what he wants.
Right,
If
no, but
it's a
normally-
21, then
normally.
you gotta die.
I was gonna say,
But
like,
if he
you could-
survives, then he would still make his move.
Oh, okay. Just
Okay,
making sure.
so that's a natural 20. That is a... Holy fucking shit. Let me confirm.
He rolled a 4.
10 bonus plus 6. That's 10 points of damage. I rolled a natural 4.
Wait, when you roll a natural 20, is that for both attacks?
Oh, wait, no. 4 plus 4, that's 8 plus 6. That's 14 points of damage.
Is that for one attack or one?
That's for the one attack.
What's the other one?
Yeah,
Oh, I roll both
Yeah, 'cause
attacks?
you have
Yeah,
two.
remember you had to
Okay,
roll
here we go.
both.
Oh,
Second attack
Jesus.
is plus 6. That's a 19.
Okay, so it hits.
That's still
19 hits.
hits, yeah.
Ooh, that
Let's
is 3 plus...
Yeah.
Dex.
3 plus...
4?
That is a 7 points of damage.
So 7 plus.
7
Oh,
plus, what was the other one?
That's a 7. That's just 7 points of damage. So
No.
Well,
total?
plus the other one.
total. So the first one was 4 plus 4 plus 6. So that's 14 plus
That's
7.
10.
21.
21 points of damage.
Woo! Alright.
There you go.
At least
So,
20.
as he tries to disengage, you rear back up from falling, and you jab straight into his back, and you kind of rip into it as you let your daggers out. And he lets out a and he just kind of like stumbles for a second, and he still tries to like manage to get away from himself, but he is looking pretty rough.
Oh!
Profusely bleeding
That natural
from his
20 helped so fucking bad, dude.
It's about time somebody got one.
Nice.
He's not dead though.
He's not.
He's in a
But he's
rough
looking
spot.
really rough,
He's looking
though.
really rough.
Yeah.
Too bad I
So
didn't have my
okay,
bow out.
how far? How okay, Cannon? How far? So he ran here. How far did he get after that happened?
I think we came up to right here.
To there,
5
okay.
feet. Yeah, you came up.
That's
to
fine. That's fine.
We are now at Buggy.
Hold on, real quick, everyone. Good night, Nick.
Good night, Nick.
Have a good night.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. We love you.
I love you.
First sleep of the year.
First sleep of 2019.
Well, someone wake me up when we're gonna go.
Yeah, of course.
I don't know alarm set, so somebody just knock on the door.
Can we just kick it down?
Oh my god.
Can we just kick it down?
Yes, New Year.
New year,
Yours
new
down.
way to wake you up, you
Yeah,
know?
yeah, just knock on my door and let me know when
Ah.
I think that's my first natural 20 of this campaign.
Alright, so you know what this means. We gotta keep it down now.
First 20 in 2019. Yeah.
First nat 20 in 2019, yes.
The
Alrighty.
one that is, again, now that I have this chart more or less set up, the one that is attacking Cedar currently is going to go for an attack.
Okay.
Too bad.
Alright, so, as it's kind of like, for whatever reason, blinded by Chrissy's healing light and distracted by your current barrage of attacks, kind of loses his balance with this next swing, just takes a step back and just kind of like looks at you really confused and just is like,
Okay.
and just kind of like stands.
He's just like dumbfounded then.
Yeah.
He's, I guess, confused because of the light.
Yeah. Okay, so he messed that up.
Alright, so now we are back at Renfus.
My turn again?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, because I got the attack of honor. Alright, so
Nice.
I see him running. I'm going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, and I'm going to try to finish the job with both my daggers.
Alright, go ahead.
First roll, oh no. That's a 10. Doesn't hit.
Plus you
Okay,
are-
wait, place. Plus your.
I said no.
You're always adding it.
adding everything together. That's a
And your
10.
proficiency?
Yes.
Okay.
Wait, hold on. So yeah, no, that's a 10. And then the second one is that's a 16 to hit on the second
It
one.
hits.
Alright, that hits. Go ahead and roll
All
damage.
right, I'll roll damage plus 4. That is 7 points of damage.
Alright, so you see this guy kind of huffing through the woods. You run up, and it knows that you're there, and it takes a quick woof as it swings its fist trying to clock you, but you swoop under it, and you just jam that dagger as deep as you can into its solar plexus, twist, give it a nice smile as you rip out its intestines, kind of, and tries to put them together and falls on the ground in a heaping mess.
And he's dead.
He
I
is
killed
dead.
him 100%. That was so good. Here you go.
I'm
There's your.
guessing they have 25 HP.
Oh my god, that was so. That natural 20 is why that happened.
That's exactly what.
Holy shit, that's awesome.
Alright.
That's awesome.
So now we're on our
So hold on. So that was 5, 10, 15, 20, and I just stand there and I'm like, holy fuck, that works. Alrighty.
Alright, Amaryllis.
Do they know where this one's at, or they don't know anything?
I think he's the only
You
one
kind
that
of
knows.
know where he's at, more or less, just from the general direction as the
Okay.
garden went.
But I would assume if you want to know exactly where he's at, we would have to do another perception check
Yeah.
to make sure. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Because it's dark.
Right.
Right, I guess.
The only thing I can really do right now is roll perception.
Okay.
Go roll perception to find
gonna
him.
have-
Yes,
I'm gonna have to.
Which I haven't asked before. And any of this. Do halflings get low light vision?
I couldn't find anything about it.
Okay, go ahead and roll.
Oh my god.
So what's your perception?
Perception is +3, so that's a 10.
It's a 10. You actually do make kind of the battle going on around there. You see some quick, shine of the spear as it's being jabbed, and you hear kind of the grunts of the bugbear as it's fighting this other fighter.
I'll just look at Rumpus and point in that direction and say, "There's something over there."
Over there.
Over there!
Okay, well, that
Got
was-
it.
Got
I'm making perception kind of a free action. So do you want to make any actual actions or movements?
I can't really think of anything
You
to
want
do.
to take out the arrow again, or just leave it?
It's your call.
Just gonna wait.
Just gonna wait for the.
We'll
the-
save it
You
for
got
later.
healed, so it's not like bleeding out danger, but it's still there.
She has
Okay.
2 of them.
So now
We'll make sure we're done with battle before I try that again.
That's fine. I told him.
Alright, so we're looking at Chrissy.
Chrissy, what do you want to do?
I want to roll for perception.
Okay.
Oh no.
That one.
Nat 1!
No.
Oh!
Five.
Well,
you're
for-
still blinded from your holy light.
No,
You're not
it wasn't that. It's a 5, but hold on, let me see.
Well, if you roll natural 1, it's an
Perception,
automatic
so
fail.
10?
Yeah.
No, she rolled a nat 5.
Oh, I
I'm
thought
at
she-
5.
So
Oh,
10
someone-
in total?
I thought it was a 1.
It's not 5.
Where are you
yeah.
trying to locate exactly?
I'm trying to look at this too.
Alright, you also notice kind of the shines of the spears and kind of the grunts in the woods. You also kind of make out more or less where it's at as that battle is going on.
Okay, well, I'm gonna try and run as far towards this as I can.
Okay, and then 30 feet. so
How long is
5.
that?
So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So anywhere around here would be 30 feet.
So I'm gonna go right here.
Alright.
Am I close enough to the NPC that I can see them now?
You are. You are very close, actually. You are right behind him. He's like, thanks for the assist.
Okay, so this guy, we know where he is now, right? Okay.
Is it just you that knows that, or does you saying that?
Well,
I mean, I pointed in the
kinda
general
everyone knows.
direction of where the noise was coming
Okay.
The
from.
only one that might have a little trouble kind of like pinpointing where everybody went is Sue, because he's still currently engaged
Okay,
with
but
people.
like
But I don't think
Amaryllis,
he really-
Chrissy, and myself, we know generally where he's at. Okay.
And the wind blows and makes it even more
Can
dramatic.
I attack it?
You good?
Wait, I think I have my crossbow out,
Yeah,
so
you
that's what I'm
reloaded,
gonna...
remember? Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so... I guess I'll try and attack him with that.
Okay. Now, since you're, did you want to stay behind him with that?
Or did you want to be
With that
like?
in mind,
Do you want to be
because
like
you only have
here?
disadvantage.
Like, do you want to be? So if she was here, would that still be within her movement?
If you're right behind him trying to make a range, you
He's
would
gonna
get
have to do a
disadvantage.
dex change.
Because you'd have to try and avoid
Just
the
right
guy
there,
in front of
that's
you.
Okay.
fine. I didn't know it mattered on the map,
Okay.
honestly.
Right. Yeah, it does.
Yeah, if you're right behind somebody, you're rolling at a disadvantage because you're trying to avoid them to go to the
And they
target
have to
you're-
roll a dex.
But
save.
now, if you're
Because
like
then they can
catty
go with
corner to
arrow.
him, okay. So
She's got a
if
bit
she
of an
changed her
opening.
move, like, will you allow her to change her move, or does she have to stay behind?
No, I'll go ahead and
She
because
didn't
she's still
realize it
getting used to
mattered.
combat.
That's fine. That's
Yeah.
Okay, so just so you know, like if you go behind somebody,
So
you'll
I
be
should
at
just be
disadvantage.
more aware of
So you
my
should be
movement.
catty
Yeah.
corner, so you're not at disadvantage. It won't be advantage, but you won't have to roll lower.
Like for instance, if like say it was Greg on the other hand, if he was behind him, he could roll for a sneak attack because the enemy's currently engaged with the.
But that's only because I'm a rogue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But since you're doing a range attack, you'd have to be kind of at a
It's
corner.
from the side of it.
Yeah.
Okay. So I roll for that.
Yep. Go ahead and roll for attack.
13 plus what?
13 plus your range or your dexterity modifier.
So 14.
Okay. Unfortunately, with the
It doesn't hit. I know.
movement, yeah, it's kind of
We already know 16.
It wasn't a nat
Comes
one
into a
though.
She's like, I've been there.
Alright, and then
wasted.
you're going back to. Oh no, this guy. Okay, we're going back to the one that is currently engaged with Suya.
Oh, boy.
17 plus 4. Alright. Again, another crack with the Morning Star. It's 11 points of bludgeoning damage as it crashes into your abdomen.
8 damage.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
I'm at 9.
So 17.
So 9. He's at 9. He's not down.
9.
9?
999.
Okay.
Alright. And then our lovely bugbear over there, which has just been not hitting anything at the same time as our other one. 15 does hit.
Just hit what?
4. Our NPC.
I'd like to know what the NPC's doing.
He's
Yodeling.
Yeah, he's currently trying to like jab at him with the spear, and the other bugbear had thrown down his bow and taken out his mortar as well, and is currently engaged with him. And he took 4 points of damage, which leaves him with.
The NPC took 4 points of
Yeah.
damage, or the bugbear?
The bugbear was attacking the NPC.
Yeah, the NPC took 4 points of damage, but he's doing okay. He just kind of like walks it off. He's like, I'm good.
He's got that chainmail though. So.
Yep.
And so who's next?
All right. So now that we are coming to, Shida is, Renfest, I'm sorry, is.
Okay. If I go diagonal, that's 5, right?
Diagonal is 10.
Because
Diagonally.
you're.
Okay. So if I go, I count, so 10, 20, 30.
Just do perception so you
50,
can run.
60. Okay. But, okay. Do I know where this bugbear is right now? Because of. Okay.
Oh, it does. Then you
So if
You
I
can
were
see in
to
low
do
light, I'm
bonus
sure.
action dash and run at him
Like a charge attack.
as a charge attack,
Okay. Go ahead and.
No,
would I
he's
have any
asking to
disadvantage or just a straight roll?
It would be a straight roll.
Straight
Because
roll?
now, I mean, everyone else has seen him. Chrissy has seen him.
Okay.
You have been pointing the direction. You've got low
Okay.
vision, so you.
So I'm going to go 10, 20, 30, 5, 45, and then if I miss, I just keep going straight, so I'm still on the map. Alright, ready?
Oh boy.
Oh no.
He keeps going.
That's an 11.
Does not hit.
Keep going.
So that, hold on. So I was what, back here? So, no, I was back
On the
here.
edge
So
of the
10,
world.
20, 30. No,
You were 45 when you went right here.
45, so that's 50, 55, 60.
Yeah.
So I'm not too far
Not
away.
too far.
There we go.
Going for a sweep, but you just kind of like you lose your kind of footing since the ground is so like you get a nice slide, but
And I'll be like, God damn it! And that'll be
it's
my
that
turn.
bugbear blood all over.
And that'll be my turn. Hey,
Okay.
nothing bad happened to me, but that'll be my turn.
All right, Amaryllis.
Okay. I'm way too far away for anything for Syria. Way too far
Yeah.
away.
You could make a dash action and be
I'm
closer.
wondering how you're ordering this.
Yeah, because I don't remember. Where the hell when do I go again?
You're supposed to go after Greg.
Yeah, 'cause
No,
I thought
you
you
rolled low, right? Because
No,
I
I
rolled
did
I
low.
rolled a 17.
So I
so
have
What
a-
do you? What
so I
did you
have a
roll?
He
bugbear.
rolls. He goes before me
9.
because
I rolled
he's
a 9.
he's at the end of the initiative and then it goes to me.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
why.
So,
But I didn't-
so the way I have
I
it
didn't go-
is
Wait,
bugbear.
wait.
I have bugbear, Renfus, Amaryllis, Suya, and Chrissy,
Oh.
Keeps
and then bugbear.
Okay.
Okay, so after her, then it's my turn.
I'm just gonna run in the other direction and try and get closer to where Syria is. I'm not gonna make it, but
So do you want to make a dash and use our full action?
I'm gonna have to, yeah.
So what's your dash movement?
Movement is
60.
25.
So
Oh, I'm sorry.
My
So-
regular movement's 25.
so that would be 50, right?
Yeah, 50.
Addition.
Yeah, because
So
double.
10, 20, 30, 40, 50.
That'd be as much as I can do.
That's as far as you can go, yeah. And yeah, I wouldn't think you'd have enough.
I can't really do much.
You are
else.
that, yeah.
Alright.
Okay.
Now we are at. See ya.
Sweet.
There we
Swing
go.
at the
Okay.
bugbear.
Oh
What do we got?
A low number.
Not 16.
no! He doesn't hit. He doesn't hit.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Son of a bitch.
take a good swing at him,
sorry.
but again deflects with his shield.
Yeah.
Alright, and then we have Chrissy.
I don't have any wood nearby. I can't knock on the chair. That chair.
I'm gonna switch to my mace thing.
Okay, so that's bonus action.
So bonus action, switch, and you
You're
can move
unequipping and equipping another.
and then you
Well,
can.
she wasn't. Well, I guess she's not really
She's
switching.
switching weapons.
Yeah.
She's not really switching because she didn't have anything in her hand.
She
right?
had her
Just
bow
crossbow.
out.
Oh right.
But she goes crossbow and then
But
just
even if
put.
you're unarmed,
she
you
puts
can
it away
draw,
and then grabs
so
her
consider,
mace.
like a slight action.
So that's an action then, right? For her.
Oh, I'll make it a bonus action.
Bonus
Because
action.
I feel equipping it like
It's not like getting rid of a bow and then
Yeah.
grabbing a sword.
You
So
just-
you still can move and attack somebody as an action.
Okay, I would like to attack him with my mace.
So
Swing around, alright.
you're gonna move him here and then attack him.
Okay, since you're currently flanking him, now that I have this here,
Did you get an advantage on it?
I don't know.
you
Oh.
get a +2 on your melee attack.
So you're gonna roll your d20. You're gonna have your modifier and then add 2 to at the end of it.
I got a 20.
Oh!
Alright!
For once, I got
Oh
one.
shit!
2 natural 20s.
2 nat 20.
Nice! Alright, so go ahead and roll damage. What
You're
is
gonna-
your, for your,
What's
What's the
base?
what's the roll for your
for your
mace?
hand axe?
I don't know.
You
It
didn't
should
write it
be on
down?
the, it should be on there.
It's 1d6.
So that means you roll your 1d6 and then you double the number that you have,
And
then you
add plus
and then you add the modifier.
Yep.
And you add +2.
So you
No,
add your
wait,
you add your
that's not-
d6.
You roll a
Okay,
d6.
wait, which one is that one?
That's
okay,
a
wait, wait,
square.
wait.
D6.
This is a d6. Like
A regular dice.
a regular dice is a d6.
You roll that for
So
damage.
you roll. So roll it.
What does she have a mace?
So
My hand axe.
2 plus
Yeah.
2. 2
No, no.
times 2 is 4.
4.
So 4 plus
Plus-
whatever modifier you have for
Which
your.
is 1, right?
Okay,
It's strength,
okay,
right?
okay.
Yeah,
Too many
strength.
people
So
are
plus
Five,
1 and then
plus
plus
2 for
2.
flanking.
Yeah, that's too many.
Plus 2 for
people
flanking.
talking.
So that's 7 damage.
Okay, hang on.
7 damage.
One person talks.
So
7
it's
damage.
it's
I
7
got
points
one.
of damage. So 2 plus 2 is 4.
Yeah.
4 plus 1, which is her modifier, is 5. 5 plus 2 is 7. So that's 7
7
points of
damage.
damage.
Okay.
Okay.
Does that?
We're gonna have to break that down a little slower.
So you come in
That's a
from the
lot of it.
side, and just as it's unexpected, you slam right into its side. It lets out as it kind of looks at you, kind of takes a step back, makes you can a nice good chunk out of him.
What's that? Oh, fireworks. I was like, what was that?
Right.
Your
Happy New Year!
let's play gunshots or fireworks.
Gunshots and fireworks, can't it be both?
If they echo, what does that mean? They're gunshots.
And we're going back to the bugbear with
Is that what it
Suya.
is? They echo their gunshots if they don't.
He's
throw
gonna
fireworks?
attack.
He is going to attack, but unfortunately misses, or fortunately because he misses.
Okay.
Or fortunately for Suya, right?
Fortunately for Suya, he misses.
So the bugbear attacks him, misses you.
Okay.
Aw,
Noise.
thank you.
Fucking noise.
Renfus, you're going to go
I
ahead.
tried to catch
My
the
turn?
dog.
Okay.
I missed.
Is this bugbear distracted by Chrissy?
He currently is. He's
If
distracted by
if-
both the NPC and Chrissy.
If I were to turn around and attack him, would I get advantage?
With
Currently,
backstab.
yes.
Yes. All right. I'm gonna attack him. So I would assume just the first attack is advantage, and then the second
You also
attack.
have, because you're also flanking him, it's a plus 2 to hit.
So +2 to hit, as well as advantage for the first attack, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And then the second attack's just a straight roll.
Yeah.
Okay. So
No, you get to add all your modifiers because you have dual wielding.
okay. So it would be advantage for both attacks, or just the okay, and then the +2.
Yep.
Advantage to +2. All right.
Wait,
So
what advantages do you get from backstab?
Plus
Because-
1d6.
Huh?
Plus 1d6.
Plus 1d6.
So I added D6 to my
Yeah,
attacks.
yeah, 'cause
Oh
it's
my
backstab.
fucking god. Okay. So first one.
So roll well.
Okay, so that is plus 4. That's 19 on the first one.
Okay, it hits.
And then the second, I'm just doing my attack rolls for the second one. Second one's natural 19 plus 4. That's 23 to hit.
Also hits.
So the first attack, and then, or that's not even including the plus 2, but it doesn't matter because they hit regardless.
They hit, yeah.
So my attack rolls are just the D4 plus a D6, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Plus your dexterity modifier.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so that's alright. So the first attack is. Hold on. So
That's 5 that you roll.
5 plus. So that's 9 on the first attack. And then the second one is 4 plus. It's. So 18 points of damage total.
Damn.
Oh shit.
Wait, did you have the plus 6?
That's the plus 6. 18 points of damage.
He's dead, right?
Almost. He's just clinging to life as he like kind of
The
takes a
spirit has
step
been
back.
No, but I got him for 7 damage.
7 plus 18 would be 25.
Yep, he's still alive.
But he's still alive.
Yeah,
So
so
25, so he's barely
It's
like.
probably has like 2
Like he
HP
probably
left.
has like 1 or 2 HP left.
He's looking really rough and kind of a little scared.
And I got, but oh my god.
Can the NPC kill him, please?
Actually, that's exactly what the next roll is going to be.
If it hits.
All right. And finally, our
Thank
NPC
Fuck.
follows through with 3 points of damage.
She's like, I've had
And
it.
it's just a last coup de grace, right into the throat.
Yay.
Slinks off with his
Finally.
Can I, just as a free action, go, good on you, my sir.
He did.
And
Good
to
on you,
thanks
my
for the
sir.
Whatever we can do to keep us
help. Where's
safe.
the big one?
And then I turn around.
Come on,
He's gonna go ahead and he's gonna start running towards you. All right.
Oh, the NPC. I was like, who's running towards him?
Yeah. Okay.
Slow down, Graham's gotta use rushing again.
Yeah,
I apologize here. Sorry. Here you
Oh, that sounds like something Amaryllis would say. My book! No!
Yeah,
Alright. And we're back to Sweet.
Okay. Try to swing at him again.
Wait, is it not my turn?
Oh wait, yeah it is.
God damn it, Brad.
Oh sorry.
I mean, it doesn't matter. I'm just gonna keep running as much as I can. I don't know how far I can move.
30. So you're currently just past the road. You can definitely see the battle ensuing. You see you have one action.
I can't like throw my morning star.
You can.
Oh, I can?
Yeah, go for it.
Oh, okay, sweet.
It'll be like a -2 because you're not proficient.
Okay. Okay, it'd be 16.
16 -2.
Yeah, I
Oh,
rolled
so it's
18, but I
Oh,
minus
okay.
2.
Yeah,
Oh.
you hit. Go ahead and roll for damage.
Okay, it's a
Ranged
D8.
Morning Star attack.
Okay, it's a D8. Wait, which one's a D8? Fuck.
The kind of
This
funky one.
This one?
This one.
Oh, that one. Where did that one go? Oh,
So,
okay.
what did you do?
I threw my morning star. at
And you got him?
No, I'm rolling for attack. Okay, I rolled a 5. Do I add
Yeah, we're
anything to that?
Your
die,
strength
please.
modifier.
String modifier?
Which is
Oh no,
not
it's
right.
just 5.
Alright.
I don't
So
have
5 points of damage?
I don't have
So out of
modifier.
nowhere, as you're battling this thing, Morningstar comes off and smacks him right in the back. And he's like, ah! So, this one
I'm
is
finally useful for
-5.
You did it.
That's what happens when I eat like 3 bowls of soup.
You're just like, man, I'm so sluggish.
Yeah.
what happens when you pray.
This is what happens when you pray?
You throw your morning star, you smack the dude in the back. That's what happens when you pray.
You are a cleric, so
Alright.
That's why it's
So he's looking pretty rough. He's just like, he's kind of like dragging his Morningstar at this point. He's just like, and now it is
Now it's
turn.
Suya's turn.
Suya's turn.
Pretty rough.
So you're gonna attack
Now
him?
Yeah,
he
I'm
can
attacking again.
finally do it.
That's 17.
17 hits.
Yeah! Suya finally hits.
It's looking
Well,
rough.
I hit him
so
up
here we go.
first time I did.
Well, I mean, you hit it. You hit again.
Yeah.
There you go.
He's looking rough, so
Should be-
this
he-
should
he-
be good.
You got this, my dude. Come on.
He's dead.
Ooh,
7.
7 plus what?
plus 5.
That's
That's
12
12.
points of damage.
Alright, so you see him kind of like leaning back and forth, and you just whip around full body weight and just slice like butter and cleave him in half. You kind of peels in two.
Puffing fuck.
We all did
Yeah.
it! Yeah, there you go.
Alright. The NPC are kind of finishes running up to you guys. The hell was that all about?
Can I go back to the campfire now?
You can.
Everybody-
I'm running back to the campfire.
So
as
we're all
well.
just gonna go back to the fire, probably.
Yeah.
I'm gonna grab my morning star real
Okay,
fast before we
yeah.
go. I want my morning star back.
Pick it up. You,
Also
you
still
know,
have
you notice a
arrows.
little bit of ichor kind of like on the tips of it, and you're just like,
So I take a deep breath and I go,
I still have an arrow.
Everybody accounted for
By
it?
the way.
Everybody
I'm here.
alive?
I said, I'm here. Amaryllis, you good?
I still have an arrow.
I rush
Two.
over. I
Two,
I
apparently.
rush over to Amaryllis and I try to help pull some of the arrows out.
alright, does anybody want to help him?
Oh, I'll
Please.
Alright,
Oh.
as a team effort, I will go ahead and grant you a plus 10.
Plus 10.
Person
So-
grab
So
one
just-
arrow,
you
the
just
other one
roll-
grab the other.
I'll
We're
roll.
helping.
That's a 26.
Alright, there goes the first arrow.
Crap.
Do you want to roll for the second one? I'll roll for the second one.
Oh,
I'll roll
crap.
for it.
You roll for the second one.
Oh, God.
Plus 10.
18.
18.
Alright, slook like butter.
Can I
You go,
heal her?
Ah, and then you kind of like feel a little woozy. You can heal her.
Do I have to roll for that?
Yes, you can. Just go ahead and roll 1d8 plus.
What is that?
That's the diamond.
Plus 2?
Yeah, so roll a d8 plus what?
Plus.
Wait, which diamond?
No,
Yeah.
just
This one,
this
yeah.
one.
Which one is
That
she
one's a
rolling?
diamond. A d8, which is a diamond.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, yeah.
I believe it's 1d8 plus 2.
Plus 2, I think. So yeah.
Yeah. Is that right?
So roll that.
And then add 2 to what you roll.
Is that a 6? It has a line. I'm not sure.
6, yeah.
That's a 6 plus 2.
It
so
can't be a
that's-
9 'cause
so
it's a
that's
D8.
8.
Yeah.
So that's 8.
I don't know why they put the line on
So
the
she
six
got
at the
8
beginning.
points of
Just in
healing.
case.
You have 8 points of healing damage.
So you're just like,
Wait, damage.
you feel like you're
Heal-
about to pass
8
out.
points
and
of
you just feel a
As soon as I
warmth
work
kind
on
of
this.
radiate through you, and you kind of stabilize yourself.
So add 8 to your HP.
So.
Well, 17
That's
plus
that.
8 is
And
above
then-
my maximum.
So you're at your
I
max. So
hit
you're,
your
max.
you're,
So I'm
she healed you to
maxed
max. There you go.
I'm maxed out.
Alright.
Well,
When you do a long rest, you restore HP anyways,
Yeah.
right?
But
I
I'm
look
not
up-
sure
I-
she didn't have bleeding though.
I turn around and I call out to. I mean, I'm sure it's a lost cause, but I call
Oh, I
out
know, that's
to.
true.
I call out to whoever's maybe still be there because I know the other caravan left.
Yeah,
Nice.
fled.
Yeah, they
He
kind of
said.
like fled to
He
the
said
center
everybody
of
fled
the-
except for
Wait,
the
what about our
little NPC.
driver?
Yeah, he's
He
gone too.
fled too.
Oh my.
I cried out.
The
and
horses?
say-
Horses are still there.
I
Horses
cry
He
out.
probably
are
just
trained.
left the
I,
carriage
I,
and ran.
I cry out and say, the threat is taken care of. If you're still here, come back.
Go ahead and roll
Nobody
strength to see if your shout was loud enough to
Strength?
You
reach somebody.
notice the trouble I've seen?
It's like
that
Undertale, but nobody
is. She
came.
said strength. That is a natural 17.
Oh, jeez.
Okay.
Which it's just 17. I don't
So
have it.
there's nothing at first. You guys are kind of sitting around the fire, kind of recouping your losses and kind of bandage up what you can.
Mhm.
Slowly, a few people start kind of coming through the woods, and the lady who was stirring the pot earlier. Is it over?
You guys were a lot of help.
I'm terribly sorry.
I look at her and I say, everything is fine now. Please come back.
I don't know about the others, but a few of us who grouped together are coming back.
Do I?
Are there any more?
No. Can I roll a perception to see if I notice anyone?
Okay.
Alrighty.
Please don't.
You said please
don't
don't.
notice anymore.
We have to. These are the things.
Well, I
Well.
mean, I'm assuming that that's really good because that is a natural 18 plus 2. That's 20.
Alright, the forest seems to have calmed down.
There's no one else I
nothing
know.
left, no smell. Well, there's lots of smells now that
The dead.
blood
Smells
and
like
dead.
blood.
So, what was that nasty smell we were smelling though? Was that just
well,
the
they rolled a
bugbears?
1, so I was basically saying that he tripped over a root and farted. So
Oh.
Alright.
Great.
I look around.
the other two rolled perfectly. They both rolled a 20 on their.
Oh, it was the.
It's
oh,
just
yeah.
Jerry fucked it up for all of them.
So I look around and I say,
Jerry.
nothing else is here right now. You can come back.
Alright. So, as the rest of the camp slowly starts to kind of drift back in, as the word kind of stretches through the forest, more or less, you didn't really get a good body count, but it looks like most of the caravans kind of return.
Do I know if
I I loot the bodies.
Fantastic.
There you go. Yeah, I forgot I should loot the bodies. So he called it first, so he should loot the bodies.
Alright. So, on the first one that you killed, you
Yeah.
see looks like a pretty decently made Morningstar. It's got a thick wood base, not quite a sharp spike, but more like a bulbous, sharpened tips around the edge of this Morningstar. There's also kind of like a pieced together hide armor, and then a wooden shield with a couple of course, slices in it from your sword blows.
Mm-hmm.
You also find a pouch with 9 gold.
I'll take. I could take everything, right?
Yeah.
What's my carrying capacity?
Dude, you have a strength of 20. You could carry a horse.
Yeah,
Can
I'll take everything.
Okay.
if I take note, and you're gonna be the one who calls this or not, if when I notice that he's going, would I be able to try to loot the bodies that I killed?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm looting my.
He's over here.
I'm looting
He's
mine.
looting
You
that
could
one.
loot.
Okay,
the
so
other
I would do 2 looting rolls then.
one. No, you don't roll for that. You just do. It's
So
just-
I'll go loot.
So-
I'll go loot the 2 bodies that I know are over on the side that I was at.
Yeah, they're dead. They're
The
you don't have to roll.
bastard who was
They move to the side.
Pin cushions out of Amaryllis and Chrissy.
Their hand twitch.
She didn't get hit.
Well, tried to.
Okay, so I got. Everybody pick up their weapons, right? Or
Yes,
do you have to?
yeah.
Do you have to say something about that?
You also notice that he has Morningstar stripped to his side, as well as a wooden shield on his back. But you also find a quiver with 10 arrows. They look to be decent quality. They seem to be handmade by somebody who wasn't quite proficient with it, so the shaft is a little bit thicker.
That's what she said.
Okay, get it.
I call out on that first one. I say, if anyone needs arrows and a morning star over here.
And there's also a short bow with that.
Wait, what else stuff? I can go.
If anyone needs a short bow, arrows, and a morning star, they're over here.
What kind of
The
Morningstar
arrows
was
good
it though?
for
Like,
bolts
is there a
or-
way to determine the damage on it, or is it just like any Morningstar that
This is
they?
any Morningstar. It's
So
it's
it's a typical Morningstar that
yeah.
and everybody has.
yeah.
Okay.
There's.
I'm just gonna sell it then because it's really not necessary.
Yeah, their Morningstars take 2d8.
So this is the same one, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, 2
Arrows?
2d8.
Are they good for bolts?
I'm sorry.
Like for my
No.
crossbow?
One in the middle's one.
Then there's something I want.
Well, you can come over and grab it if you want to.
I already have a morning star.
You can swap it.
It's the same one though.
They are all Morningstars.
Mine
are the
takes
same.
1d8.
Also the
He
same
says.
She said her morning star only does 1d8 damage.
Yeah,
Yeah.
theirs do 2d8.
What?
Oh.
Why?
I don't know.
They do 2d8 damage.
Is it heavier or just?
Doesn't say.
So if she were to take it,
Okay, then
like,
she'll
it
take it.
wouldn't affect her.
What is it?
in
Morningstar
fighting.
Alpha? What the?
So okay,
What is it?
Alpha.
Guys, I'm
So-
reading it from the
Okay.
book. I don't know, man.
Before I say what I'm going to say next, this is a meta question, and if Rentis would know this answer, then that's fine.
2d8 Morningstar.
What I know that this is a bigger morning star than what
That's
she
stronger
knows.
than my fucking sword, and my
I
sword is
mean,
a
I'm a
great
tiny
sword.
little thing.
Yeah.
What the heck?
If not, I can just say, hey, you should check this out.
If it's stronger, then I'm just gonna take one of the morning stars then.
Wait, what did you find on the 2 bodies, Brad?
How many morning stars
Oh,
did you find?
so each bugbear is equipped with 1 Morningstar,
And a bow.
and 2 of them have
Short
short
bows.
bows.
So there
You
are
should take
3 of
one of the
them.
morning
I'm
There are
gonna take
3
one of
morning
the
stars.
They should take a morning
Okay,
star then.
yeah. what I'll say is like anyone with morning stars, you should take these.
I'm gonna swap out one.
Yeah, just swap it out.
She can just swap out her
And swap
morning
out
star
your
with
dice
one
with
of
the
the
morning
morning
stars.
stars.
Might as well upgrade your
So I'm
weapon.
gonna switch to 2D.
Yeah.
So you get 2D.
Well, you
every
can
morning.
keep it in your inventory. Just you're gonna.
I'm a tiny little thing. I can't carry that much.
I'll take it from you if you want.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna sell all the used stuff so we can get accumulate.
All right, and then what about the other one?
Right, so yeah, pack
Okay,
it.
well, I mean,
All right. Well, I'll get.
this is such a rogue thing to ask. How much gold do I find on each of them?
You
You
find
said it's a 2D what? 2D8.
I'll take
2d8.
and I'll take their leftover weapons.
This one, this one.
What did you?
8 gold
8 gold from the first one,
and 2 gold for the other.
so 30
You had a
gold.
mace, no?
Well, I call it a mace, but it's
Alrighty.
other conducts.
And yours was just a morning star. Right?
Yeah.
So I'll just.
All right, and then I head back. to the.
Yeah. Mine was just
and
like
I
a
just
1d8
went-
more.
Wait, did you want to keep the hand axe though? Because the hand axe could be thrown actually.
Okay, well, I had 2 ones.
Just keep that. You never know.
So after I get the gold and I see that they're going out and grabbing everything, I head back to the camp.
Okay. Sorry,
Wait, how much gold did I find again? I forgot. You said 9, right?
That one was
Alright.
9.
You got 9 and I got 10.
All right.
This is why I will always be poor because I don't loot the bodies.
There's always a time and place, and every time I do it.
Right. So I'm just kind of sitting at the fire waiting for everyone to gather back.
Yeah, I got.
So
I
here
went
we
back
still
to
have
the
we still have platinum pieces that we haven't even touched.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Remind me
we
from
have-
last
You
time.
guys,
So
yeah.
we each got a platinum piece,
And
right?
Well,
then
that's
there was
you
one
guys
left
were
over.
in there. I wasn't there.
Okay.
There were
let's-
5.
So we each got
48.
okay.
There were
Morning
5
star.
platinum
Okay.
pieces we got.
Okay, so for the
There were 5
the
platinum.
morning
That's
star,
your-
We each got one. And
So
then
is
the
Why is
one
it
left
supposed to
over.
be?
for players it's 1d8 piercing.
So let me just
Whatever.
turn it up.
It
Given him
is
one.
We'll give him
Based
one
on
in the
your
last
martial
one.
melee
Um,
weapon.
Real quick, I'm going back to the beginning. When the platinum was given, who did they give the platinum to?
It was bad.
It was in the bag. But who did they give the bag to?
Why?
Well, we were in the church when
We were in
I
the
gave
church.
it.
Who did they give the bag to? Because we have one extra thing of platinum. Who would have that platinum?
I would assume Chrissy.
Because
Probably.
we each would have platinum. Because I'm assuming as we left, we gave you a
She's
platinum.
She's asking.
No, you guys had it in the bag. That's why.
Yeah, but we probably distributed whatever we got.
When we walked out and saw you, we probably gave you a platinum. That's what we're saying. So there's
'Cause
five.
there
There's
were
5
5.
platinum. We each
Okay.
get one, and then there's one extra one. We're trying to figure out where the extra one is.
We're just holding on to
I'll
the
just
extra
take.
one for
I'll
now.
have the one platinum then.
We're just holding on to the one extra for now.
Who,
Someone
you
else
received
can
the
hold on
reward,
to it.
right?
But this
I think she did. So
Then you should have the 2.
you would have the 2.
Because it's your. It
So
was
just
your
write
scroll.
write down you have 2 platinum.
Yeah.
I'll have one.
So I have 2 platinum.
Yeah.
Which is good because I only have 4 gold.
Hey. So you have 14. 14 gold.
Ow!
Why?
Ow!
Because she has proficiency
Twisted
with
it at
two
an
for
angle.
class, and since she's proficient with simple weapons, and both of these are
Oh, so
simple,
I should put that there.
Not actually
and
secrets.
then proficiency
So
or
what would be this? So still be plus 3?
no, you don't want proficiency with this, so it'll be just a +1.
So it's stronger, but I still get to get a boost on.
I'm glad we got to attack for once.
I gave you a potion.
5 feet.
Wait, what's that
There you go.
It's,
There you go.
kinda
At
like
this
the
point, that's just
maximum
gonna be her
on this
phrase.
side, and this is the average.
That's what happens when you
So
pray.
it's 5.
So it's
Right.
5 feet because it's held
Okay.
What's the max?
5 feet.
So 5.
Impact.
And then 1.
Okay.
By the way, Kanan.
Yes.
So how we distributed the platinum from the last job. Each of us have 1 platinum except for her because I think
there.
well
We
the
were
thing
at
is
the church.
what we assume is as we left we gave him a platinum, so we each have a platinum. And then because she accepted the reward, she has the 2 platinum. Does that sound fair? Does that sound good?
I mean, my character wasn't there for it. I think.
I wasn't there either, but they just said they just handed it.
When
to
we
us.
left, we
Yeah, so-
distributed it.
And I figure Renfus would be like, "You're the one who took it. You deserve the reward."
Because I was,
he's
'cause I
like,
was the
"Yo,
one that had the scroll
you're a
down
woman
from
of the
it.
cloth. I don't care about this. I got my 1 platinum. I'm good." So we each have 1 platinum except for her. She has 2 platinum.
Okay. Gang
So-
share.
I'm also gonna.
So you have 20 gold.
So am I
That's-
like
that's-
writing that down?
That's the
somewhere?
gang share, bro.
That's the gang share.
That right
You
there?
donated $10 to the gang. There you go.
So what I'm gonna say for this, just for it could take it as how you see it as flavor, but
Flavor.
because
Flavor,
the player's handbook has morning stars as 1d8, and the monster that you currently just defeated has 2d8 for the same weapon without any
Different name to it.
different names or descriptions to it. I will state that these are masterwork, handcrafted morning stars.
So they're better morning
They're
stars.
better morning
It's
stars.
better quality.
Yeah.
Okay. So that means
That
if they
makes
were to
sense.
take the morning stars, it wouldn't affect them with movement or anything. They just have 2d8.
It's the
if they
same.
hit.
No, it's the same weapon.
It's
This
not
is-
bigger,
This
it's
is crafted well.
better
crafted
made.
better.
And they would get 2d8 if they were.
Yeah, this
Okay,
one was
perfect.
which is
Cool.
Hence why I gave Suya my old one.
2d8. There you go. All right, cool. Alright,
And
I'll
it,
just-
now
Teamwork.
with this though, it's also a martial archetype weapon or martial weapon. So if you go on martial proficiencies, you wouldn't add your proficiency bonus to this.
Oh, that's fucking dumb.
Where would I see
And the same
that?
thing for you. Yeah, since it's a martial weapon and it's one-handed, you wouldn't get your great weapon bonuses with this attack with this weapon.
I don't have it equipped though.
Oh.
I gave it to Chris.
He just took it to sell it. He's not going to be
That's
equipping
fine.
it.
I wanted everybody to kind
Yeah,
of be
yeah,
on
yeah,
the same level.
Martial. What do you mean? What, that's that level 3 skill. Level
Martial
No,
is
it
Martial
is-
is a proficiency.
Oh, it's a
Yeah, like simple,
Each
simple
of them
weapons
had a
like.
morning star, so you still have one that you could sell, and then you have hers. that
No,
you
I know.
can sell.
I'm talking about like the. You're
Right.
talking about martial. That's not his
Yeah.
feet.
No, it's the type of weapon that it's just classified as. So like,
How do you
say
know
like a
if it's a
staff
professional
that has this basically a stick or a mace
Oh, okay.
is simple.
So I do apply the
Martial
proficiency if I were
weapons.
to use that morning star.
Um,
You get proficiency.
You would add your proficiency because you're proficient with all weapons on armors and shields, but you wouldn't gain your feat
So you
bonuses.
get-
Why?
Because it's not a great weapon.
Oh,
But yeah, that's
it's pretty much the looting thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Continue.
Alrighty. Okay, so I'm back at the campfire. Everyone's kind of like coming back. Do I see our carriage driver coming back?
Eventually, yes, he does kind of come
He does
back.
come
He's covered in leaves and dirt, like he just face planted into a pile of mud. Maybe it's something else other than mud. You don't want to get too close.
Right. I just look at him and I go, "You have nothing to worry about. Everything's all taken care of."
Oh, these fucking bugbears. I have been doing this for 6 months. They're good living, they said. No. This is the third time that we've been ambushed by these.
He's not a hired gun.
This is a common occurrence, then.
I wouldn't call it common, but it happens. You just run, they ransack the carriage, they leave. It's
Well, nothing but ransacked. It looks like you're okay for now.
thanks to you guys. Man, God, thank you. He kind of brushes some of the dirt and leaves off of him. Nobody's actually managed to take him down. That's good.
Come on. And I go to him and I'm like, "Come on, you need some
I
rest.
think I'm gonna go to
Please go rest."
bed. Yeah.
I make sure that he goes to rest, and then I return to the fire and just wait to see what everyone else does.
Okay, so I'm just gonna do a long rest so I can recover.
Alright, so is everyone kind of in agreement as far as a long rest?
Yeah.
Is the well before that I see the NPC and I go, "You sure gonna be okay to watch over us tonight?"
I'll be fine. I'm all healed up.
All right,
You couldn't take me down.
all right. Well, if anything happens, let us know. And then I also head to rest.
Alright. So, luckily for you is the quiet nights. You wake up and the guard that helped you guys out as best he could has fallen asleep standing up. But luckily, you're none the worse for wear. Nothing else.
Nice.
Nothing
the worse for wear.
There you go. Yeah.
You finally make it to the city of Rivers, where you finally enter this grand city. Actually, it's walled off by at least 20-foot walls of marble and stone. Some
Right.
of it's kind of cracked with age and covered in moss, but at once these were very fine bulwark defenses against the outside elements. The central piece of this city is a very large, pure white building that just kind of spirals out of the middle. And you can definitely tell why this place is called the City of Rivers.
Why?
You can hear water rushing everywhere.
Oh.
And actually, as you peer down the street, you see bridges arch over where
It's
there's
actually
actually
a
canals running
It's
through
actually
the street. It is a very well-kept city as well.
Is there a lot of sand?
There's no sand. This
I hate
is a
sand.
completely...
It's cool, so it gets everywhere.
Stop! No.
There's no sand, Anakin. This
Who
is
is
a very
Anakin?
clean city. It's completely paved in cobblestone. The residents here look much more
We should probably draw this, you know.
Yeah.
So,
Might need to erase
Here-
it.
Here's your NPC.
Where the tissues go.
I'll grab this. Move this over here.
I mean, you don't have to draw everything, just like the landmarks, I guess.
Yeah.
That are important.
Kind of like what you did
For
in
your-
the,
for
in
your
the last
summary,
city.
you know?
Yeah.
That way we have an idea of how we're walking or traveling in the
Yeah.
town. Don't be afraid to use color markers.
We're not in the forest anymore. There's more color than green.
Ooh!
There's not green. This is green, baby. Alright. So, bear with me, the scale's going to be a little off.
That's fine. That's fine.
So, you've got that main kind of spiraled tower here in the center point.
Oh no.
This one.
Where's the gate we're coming from?
Yeah,
Currently, the gate that you're coming from is here.
Okay, so we're all over
We're
here.
on the edge of the map.
Yeah, on the very edge of the map.
Very edge.
So edgy.
And I'm just going to kind of arc this off, just
Pay
as
up,
you
it's
can kind of
flat.
see it. Is a very large
Bulgaria.
city.
Wolverine. No, it's Walmaria.
All right.
Damn it.
Hey,
So
Mario.
as you enter here, there's quite a few shops
Hey there, Mario.
that are in the street.
What kind of shops? What do you know?
All varieties. It looks
Walmart
like
is a big town.
yeah, there's
Walmaria Mart.
tons of different.
All of that is shops?
All this is shops,
Oh, wow.
shops, vendors.
He's making Tetris blocks. Let's be
na,
real.
na, 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 na.
Shops, 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 shops,
Have a
shops,
nice
shops,
view
shops.
of
Everybody.
Shops.
Everybody, come out! It's time to
And then-
shine.
Now where's that really weird ziggly
Right
block
there.
piece?
Exactly right there.
Son of a
There it is.
bitch.
Yep.
We just lost. We lost Tetris, guys.
Is that one that's like a T? Like a tiny T?
The T-pose.
The
T-pose.
We use the T-pose with certain dominance.
So
This
this
feels
is
weird!
again. This is kind of like a weird scale. This city is
Right.
very large. This is more or less what you can kind of make out as you've entered.
Right.
This is what we can make eye contact with.
Yeah, I will say that.
Well, the rest of the city is really empty.
Has Dracula been here?
It's just like,
It's like a little kennel. It's a town kennel.
you know,
Kennel?
like Venice,
I don't know. Is that what it looks like?
Venice?
Venetia.
There's a lot of rivers.
Is this all Tisha?
Like, is it going through the buildings?
Yes.
Or
It's
So-
exactly kind of like you said. It's kind of like,
Like
it's kind of
Venice?
built like Venice. There's rivers just mangled all through this city, but it's elegantly put together with bridges and arches. The buildings, occasionally you see some of them are actually standing on stilts of brick and mortar.
What about this side?
We don't see it
You
yet.
don't see that. And I don't want to stand here for now.
right? Quick question for you, DM.
Oh no.
Do we remember where? Oh
There
no.
goes my pencil. More city.
More city.
Whatever, yeah.
Good.
More city. There you go.
We need more
Do we
city.
Oh, we're sweet now.
That's what
do we know specifically where we need to go for the quest that we're going to right now?
You don't know exactly where in the city it's at. All you know is that it is a very simple name. It is the shop's name. The hell was it?
I got it in my
What the
I
hell
have it
should
in
I
my
name
notes
It's so
too.
simple, I forgot.
I have it in my notes. Don't worry, I'm bringing it up.
Shop called Shoppy.
Oh god, dude.
It's so simple it changed it.
Right? Really far?
The name of the town was the Books and Maps.
Books and maps. See,
Can I
It was so
can I do
simple.
an investigation check to see if I know where I can find the Books and Maps?
Are you asking around, or are you
Yeah.
just trying to like?
Books and Maps. I'm asking around.
Is there
Okay.
a library?
So through the crowd, I'll go ahead and give you 3 chances.
Huh?
Go ahead and roll.
Roll. What kind of check am I doing? Just charisma.
Failed here.
So that's 17,
Right.
and then that's 15, and then the last one is that natural one.
It just goes lower.
Last one's a natural one.
All right. So the very first person you ask kind of looks down at you and says, "Oh," and kind of like pushes your face away from you.
Okay.
And then
That's with my that's on my, was that with my 17?
Oh, that was
that was your
17.
1.
Oh, okay.
We're
You're doing
going
the one
over,
first. Okay.
We went backwards.
All
Is
right.
Okay, we'll go backwards.
He
Yeah.
was
He
the
went
last
he
person
went
to
he,
help.
he went with the one first. That makes
Okay.
sense.
Little do we
That
know
one
it's the
was
second
like,
person.
"Oh yeah, it's towards the center of town." And then by the time you get to the center of town, closer to that white spire, which you now can tell that is a very large building, reaching ever into the sky. You ask one other person who you're really hoping doesn't put their hand in your face. This is like, "Oh yeah, it's right there."
And I look at them and I go,
It looks
So I
like
guess
oh,
really-
hey, I guess it's right there.
Are we closer to the
I'll
square?
be like, okay,
yeah, you guys are closer to like maybe like right here.
I wanna split up and go to like
Someone's leaning, someone's
a
drunk.
blacksmith.
Okay.
Do I know?
So are we?
do I
So
know-
so are we talking about we're gonna split up then?
Yeah, yeah.
All right. So
Because they need to go to the library, you need to do that quest thing, and then I gotta go to the blacksmith.
okay. So I'm gonna go to the Books and Maps, and then you're gonna go to the blacksmith, and they're going to a library.
Because they
I'm
wanted to do
looking for a
research and
library.
stuff.
You're looking for a library. Chrissy,
Chrissy, what do you want?
Chrissy, who are you going with? You either go with the blacksmith with Suya, the library with
Me.
Amaryllis, or the Books and Maps for the next part of the quest with me.
I'll go to the next part of the quest.
All right. So
So
you're
Books
going.
and
Go
Maps.
You
with-
guys gotta
okay,
go
so
All right.
Gonna go with
So before we leave, I'm like, let's meet in this general
let's meet
area.
in the spiral town.
Yeah, let's meet at the Spiral Tower once we're all done.
Do I know where the blacksmith
Do we have a
is?
time that we're meeting?
You don't. Go ahead and roll a charisma check to ask around.
Why do I can I just look and look at, like,
Oh yeah, sure. Go ahead and roll perception
what am I ask?
Roll perception.
or investigation. One, no.
Oh, that's not bad.
Ooh.
That's a 15.
Do I add anything to it?
That's
roll
charisma.
your wisdom.
Or
So,
wisdom.
Wait,
roll,
what's he
roll,
rolling for?
roll
so
wisdom.
17.
Okay. Yeah. You kind of wander around the city streets until you kind of hear the sound of.
I'm just gonna touch it.
Follow
And as it gets
the
louder and louder, almost like an echolocation, it's like, there it is.
There it is. Okay, so
Comes
I-
to a fairly nice looking shop, and you can see like 3 pillars of smoke rising out of this thing. It looks fairly busy too.
Ooh, busy.
Alright.
So as you guys walk into the books and map store, the tiny little bell rings as you open the door.
Wait, are you gonna initiate the quest? Because she's gonna go to the library. Does she know where?
Okay, because since everyone's wrapped up, I want to go ahead and
Get that part and then
yeah.
have her do.
And then I'll do kind of the intro to this, and then we'll follow through
Okay.
with the library.
Go for it.
All right.
Or I honestly feel like if we're gonna end with anything, we should probably end with our quest. Let her
Yeah.
do whatever library stuff she's got to do first, and then like end with the hook for the quest.
Sounds good.
Okay, so
Yeah.
go ahead and get her go next. Yeah.
All right. So you kind of go ahead. Are you gonna look around too, or are you gonna ask around where the library is?
I'm gonna ask around.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a charisma check as you ask around.
Oh gosh.
This.
Oh, that's not good.
Charisma.
You have 3
That's a
chances.
9.
right? Or-
That's a 9.
Yeah. Go ahead and do 3 chances.
Oh.
3 chances. So that's a 9. Ooh, that's good. That's an 18.
Plus 2, yeah.
That's an 18.
So
and then,
9, 18,
And
and
then 12.
12.
All right.
So 9, 18, and 12.
So the first person you walk up to, and you're just like, "Excuse me, Mr. Library," and they just kind of look at you, think you're, not really speaking their language, and kind of wander off. The next one you talk to, is just like, "Oh yeah, you see the spire here? It's actually going to be around that. It's a bit of a ways of a walk, but it's right there." So you follow it through, and finally you get around to there. And you can definitely notice that this library is a very respected building. It's
Where is
very-
she at then?
She's going to be actually on. Where is she? Which one?
One of those things. That's me.
I am that one.
Okay, so you are currently.
She's in Moore City.
She is in
Moore
Moore
I am
City.
in Moore City.
It is a very well kept, very large building. It's like a grand stairway that leads up into a building. It's got 6 giant pillars that support this 3-layered white building, and you can see quite a few scholarly types in there, kind of like robes, walking in and out. Damn.
Yeah. The wind picks up a little bit.
The wind picks up. You can have
Which is
water in your
strange.
face.
Which is
I'm
strange.
glad.
A little.
I'm glad I'm gonna have a drink after this because this is insane.
I'm about to make this some real scary shit.
You ready?
The city burns.
Is tornado weather yet?
Alright, so you finally come to the knowledge mecca of the city.
Yeah.
Alright, you kind of wander in, eyes wide, and you are faced with pretty much any book of knowledge you can really think of currently. Alright. Alright, dude. That wind wants in.
It doesn't want me looking up anything. Leave now.
Alright, so see, you've finally come down to the blacksmith. You kind of made your way through the grouping of people here, and kind of a burly, dark skin, long gray beard dwarf looks up at you. What can I do for you, son?
I'm here to sell some wares and hoping you could fix my equipment.
Aye, that I can. What you got for me?
So I want to sell the hide armor shield in the Morning Star.
Alright.
Do I have to roll anything for that, or I just have fixed prices for that?
Go ahead and roll a charisma to kind of see how much he likes you.
How much he likes me.
Oh no.
Charisma is what? Okay, so it's 18.
Nice. There you go.
Aye, lad, you're looking to sell this, but I can't do much with this for. What the hell did you fight? It's so too bad. Did you murder somebody for this?
What are they called?
Bugbears.
Bugbears. Bugbears.
Ah, talking my language. I hate this little bastard. Well,
There you
they
go.
told me, but whatever. Alright, we're killing them. I'll fix you up with a right nice deal. What else you got for me? Come on.
Is that the armor, the
And-
shield,
And for me, singing.
and yeah, the morning
Morning Star.
the Morning
The
Star.
regular one.
The
Looks
regular
at the
Morning Star.
He's just like, did you just buy this? Kind of looks at it. He's just like, fuck it, yeah.
I mean, there's a little bit of blood on it.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Oh, is that what that is?
He
I
likes it.
did this in blacksmith's like, wait, is that what it is? Oh. Yeah, okay, fine.
He looks at the shield and is just like, I can't do anything for this. I mean, you want it?
I just want to get rid of it.
Kind of just throws behind him.
There you go.
All right. So, with your I kind of like your attitudes.
Demeanor.
Demeanor. He'll give you 7 gold
I'll
for
take
the
it.
lot.
I'll take it.
I'll take it.
So
That's demeaning.
that's,
Oh, and the brand new morning star. Sorry.
Huh?
I said, oh, and the brand new morning star.
oh,
10 for the morning star.
wow. 10 gold. Okay. And then I tell him about my armor, like see if it's in good condition,
And he's gonna take that. Out
or
of
if he
the-
can enhance it or something. I don't know.
enhance it. How, my
I
lad?
don't fucking know.
He
Wait, what are we asking about?
wants to
What?
enhance his armor.
What do you have in mind?
I'm trying to see if he could have a sturdy. Is there a way to increase my AC if I enhance my armor?
How would you-
Chainmail. You can always add plates to it, or I could set you up nicely with some of our half plates mail we've got for sale.
How much does a half plate give?
Let's see.
I don't even have my armor. Shit, dude.
want that?
You don't want that.
I'll give you some splint mail. That's what you want right there. Yeah.
Splint?
Split mail.
Split,
Aye.
okay.
And so this armor is made of narrow vertical strips of metal riveted to the backing of leather and is worn over cloth padding. Flexible chainmail protects the joints.
Hmm.
And that gives you a max AC of 17 with no dexterity modifier.
Okay. How much for that?
Well, currently this is 200.
I don't have enough. Fuck that. I just,
Yeah, you're breaking me heart. You're breaking me heart.
yeah, just look at my current armor. I'll think about it though.
Let's see it. What were you playing? Just take more of a beating? I got some shields for you. Or, I'll be honest with you.
And I took on my greatsword, like, look at this too, like, you know, maybe enhance it or something. At some material slots. I don't know, like, add some.
Oh, I can definitely sharpen it up for you. It looks like it's taking quite a beating.
Yeah.
Alright, I can definitely do that for you, son.
So I'll just repair my armor stuff then.
Now, I want to have something more particularly fancy. And this one I'll do for 75 gold. Let's say, he kind of goes over to the other wall and you kind of see like a different arrangement of armor pieces.
Mm-hmm.
He comes back with this kind of heavy set gauntlet piece.
Mm-hmm.
But this gauntlet is built in with several spikes around it.
Mm-hmm.
Spike gauntlet. That's what you need for punching people.
Spike
Come on.
gauntlet. Oh
You know
my
you want
God.
75.
Is it a weapon or armor? So how would that add to my AC? If it does.
It's part of an armor set, so it wouldn't really increase too much beyond the 16. But if you were to do an unarmed attack with it,
It will do
it's
more
1d6
damage.
piercing,
How much is my unarmed attack again?
1d4
Oh.
legend.
Nah.
But well then, Lily, if you're taking all those bugbears, I'll take the all your stuff. 10 gold, gets you not sharp and polished.
Sounds good.
All right, be back here tomorrow. All right.
Alright.
And it takes all your stuff if you can. So now that the equipment's currently being sold and you are more or less armorless, where did you want to meet up with Armorless at the library, or did you want to go to the books and maps?
Books and maps.
I was gonna say, him go to a library?
Hey.
He could be a man of
He
literature.
didn't even want to go inside the church.
Yeah,
It's
because
not a
I'm
matter of religion.
What
Cause
do
yeah.
you think?
Cause fuck God. That's what I said.
not a man of
Also,
religion.
I'm way too quiet.
Alright. So now that you're in the library, you're kind of taken aback by the amount of knowledge that's in here. You feel like you can
guys are
find
here?
things if you know what
I'm
you're looking
assuming?
for.
I'm on my way.
So what
I'm not there
questions
yet.
do
I'm
you
just on
have?
my way.
Okay, so oops. I'm mainly trying to see if I can find anything about kobolds or the Undead King, or maybe something about Pelor that I maybe don't know.
Go ahead and roll an investigation check.
Oh no. What's investigation? It's just straight.
I think it's intelligence.
Yeah, it should be.
Well, there's
plus-
investigation right there anyway.
So that's plus
So
two.
plus 2. That'd be 9.
That's a 9.
So you find kind of a massive knowledge, more or less, of several subterranean creatures, but there's so much, there's so little time, you aren't really able to find anything at this moment. So you've spent a good amount of time pawing through this. There's different things of undead and trolls and things of this nature, but nothing really what you're looking for. Do you want to stay in the library, or do you want to kind of look for where do you want to go from here?
Can I try and see if there's something about Pelor that I maybe don't already know about?
How about
Pelor.
Pelor.
About Pelor.
Pelor.
go ahead and roll investigation check on Anthony on Taylor, as well as a religion.
This one was religion.
Question.
Should I re-roll
That's
that
cocked.
since it
Yeah,
hit?
that's
If
cocked.
I go to a
It hit the
blacksmith
other
and
guys, yeah.
polish my weapons, could I
That's
get an
in
That's
advantage
fine.
on my
Plus
next
2 is
being
a
attack and
21.
my next attack as
So
well?
that's
Because they're
investigation.
like polished
And
and
then
sharpened.
religion.
No,
So you
just
need-
keep
so
your
she-
armor
so
from
wait,
breaking and-
so
I
does
need
she-
to do
okay.
investigation and
She needs an
religion.
investigation and a religion check.
Yeah.
Because I'm looking up her lore,
Okay,
so that's religion.
alright, that's fine.
So it was a 21 for investigation.
Okay.
and
And then here's my
religion.
religion. 19.
21.
With
That's her natural roll, not
with
including.
religion plus 4.
So 23.
23.
So 21 for investigation, 24 for religion.
It's 23 for religion.
Or 23 for religion, but still.
It's over 20 at that point. I don't think it matters.
Yeah, true.
You know what? With subtitles, I'm gonna say that you're gonna spend quite a bit of time here in the library, and you're gonna amass a good bit of knowledge on Palor as being a benevolent god, who's one of the most worshipped deities as far as a good alignment creatures. His lore is rich and full of variety. All the gods really have that intertwine with him are either very good or have been in great conflicts with him. And I can definitely get more knowledge with that as your search for knowledge continues. For now, I would say that
Do you find
we'll
a
wrap
rumor?
up here at the library until I can give you.
You'll give more information in
Yeah.
the next
Mhm.
session, yeah, makes sense.
Okay.
Coming back, so leave the library. Are you going to now meet up with your party?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you finally come down to the books and maps. You find Renfis and Chrissy both have been there for a while, kind of pawing around, waiting for Angela to show up.
Oh, we're waiting for Angela
when-
to show up.
Sia finally comes in. He's the last one in after taking off his armor and everything. To the blacksmith. She finally comes in towards closing time. Yes, may I help you? You've been here for quite a while, I hear.
I am very sorry to bother you, it's Angela, right? Yeah. So very sorry to bother you, Angela. My name is Renfis Tally. I was sent by what I assume is your better half, Throm.
Throm, what's he got people doing for him?
He said that
That's
there was a
good sign.
door that needs someone walking that you guys need help with.
She kind of looks over at you and looks at the party. Okay, which one of you speaks Draconic?
I point immediately at Chrissy.
That one.
Oh,
That one.
Well, miss, you speak it, not read it. Correct?
Both.
That's fantastic. Please tell me your name in Draconic.
Oh gosh. What the heck is She just spits fire.
Colonel,
Kafre.
I think she said cockhead. I don't know what.
I think she coughed.
I think
Bless
she
you.
cocked.
all right, I can't say.
May
if
the
I've
Lord
actually
bless
heard
you,
the
my
language
child.
spoken outside of dragons themselves.
It's 2019.
It's getting rather windy out there. Might get a little wet going home today. All right.
The boring thing.
I don't want to know that.
Well, mind your manners, son. I can definitely show you to the door. Excuse
I
me.
do apologize.
I should say so. Now, miss, I don't mean to bother. We've had quite a few frauds come to us, hoping to get a quick bit of coin saying they could open this door. We take our time and money to shore you to this faraway place in order to investigate these ruins. Are you sure that you can open it? Because please don't waste our time. We will charge you for everything plus interest. If you are unable to open the
If
door,
we were to open the door, how much would we get in return?
that will be determined on the difficulty within to map it.
Fantastic.
And we do require mapping.
How can I guarantee you that I can open the door? I can speak Draconic, but I can't tell you what's beyond that.
Well, then we will get to that point eventually. If you can read these ruins out loud and decipher what they say according to what we've been able to decipher so far, we'll call it a draw if you can't open it, as long as you can read them correctly.
And what exactly do you mean by call it a draw? I would be wasting my time to help you.
Child, please, don't take a tone with me. I've had several of these adventuring types thinking, oh yes, I've read a book and I know how to read Draconic, but when they utter the words, it's garbage. All I ask is, we call it a draw. If you can read them, that's fantastic. Maybe we just can't open it.
I step in really quick, just as a persuasion roll, and I don't want to roll persuasion. I'm going to say, well, as people who partake in business, and we know we don't want to waste your time with false business, we assure you that the business that we are presenting is the business that you need handled.
There is one way to find out. I've done a bit of Draconic, but I am by no means an expert.
Then that sounds fantastic. Just present what you have, and maybe this woman who is able to read Draconic will be able to help solve the rest for you.
Who knows? Maybe there's other languages behind it.
Now, if you can say this in Draconic as good as I can,
Oh, jeez.
She's actually going to do
Look at
Draconic.
Well, she knows that.
imagine like
Imagine you talking
14 kind of dragons that.
Oh, jeez.
like Zalin.
Yes.
You've got yourself a job. Congratulations. Alright, well.
We
So-
will not waste your time. I'm glad that we are able to take care of this situation for you, for both you and your husband Throm, who is, I should say, very nice and very respectful of these parameters of how everything needs to be handled.
Well, she can't read it, so she's got like.
Listen, I'm the charmer. I'm trying to like calm her down a little bit to make sure she knows that.
No, she's just happy that somebody can actually fucking read Draconic.
Okay, good, yeah.
Because there's several books in Draconic, but being able to actually enunciate the language.
She's impressed that she can enunciate the
Yeah.
language. Perfect.
Wow.
I'm just looking at no confusion, like, what in the world?
Just
So
see
she
what's
knows
going
what
on.
she's doing.
Surprised,
It's
right?
okay. She knows what she's doing. Here you go. I'll let you have it back.
Of course I do.
It's alright, son. No need to butter me up. I'm just glad that your associate here is as wise with Draconic as I hope that she continues to be.
Fantastic.
I have to say your pronunciation might even exceed my own, as that's mostly all I can mutter. She gives a little giggle and starts to kind of blush at her own slight ignorance in the language.
Typical. Typical languages.
After she chuckles, after she chuckles and all this, I say, when would you want to meet to take us to the door?
Well, currently it is getting a little late. We're closing up shop, but we do open at 8 a.m. every day. We will be open at 8 a.m. tomorrow, so please take the time to make any arrangements. Of course, we will, since you're currently the first ones to arrive, we won't make any preparations to leave until you are currently ready to depart. So just come back to us when you're ready and we'll make the arrangements for the following day.
That sounds fantastic. We will be here when we are ready on the following day.
Fantastic.
And real quick before they start to leave, Emerald is just like, is there any place we can go to sleep?
Of course, right as the entrance of town, actually, there's a very lovely pub and inn. It's not as rowdy as the ones as the Intercity. That's generally where I send my clients who need a day or two.
I look at Suya quietly
It is a little
when I
bit
hear
more
that,
pricey, though,
and I just look back.
so hopefully that doesn't deter you from a good meal and a hot bath.
I haven't lived in high luxury in quite some time. That sounds fantastic.
Sounds good.
Alright, so you guys depart with your...
As I turn to walk away, it is
and a good day to you too.
I look at Amaryllis and so I go, what the fuck did she just say?
I shrug.
Don't ask questions.
Little did she know I was just saying something rude to her.
I mean, it's not like
Well,
she's gonna know.
like a, you're a rude bitch, go fuck yourself, kind of.
Kind of like waste of my time.
Ooh, nice.
There.
Damn, got him.
Alright. So you guys make it down, and the inn is fairly easy to find. It's called the White House Inn.
The White House Inn.
It's a full white. It's a pale white front with.
It's a White House, you guys.
Is there a circus?
It's just the front.
It's gray. It's actually gray.
The
It's
rest of the building
It's
itself is
big.
cobblestone, but it's
Colored
just the
in
front
white.
of the face is white, and then it has a royal blue door as an entrance. As you come in, the smell of cured meats kind of mixes fairly well with almost a floral scent, as there's several different vases of fresh flowers placed throughout. And at the reception counter, there's a young human girl in a blue vest and a white shirt. Yes, how may I help you today?
Chrissy, do your thing.
Do your thing.
Yes, we'd like the best room that you have here, please.
But of course, and family signet, will you be paying with your family signet today?
Yes.
Oh, fantastic. We do have a few rooms available if you prefer multiple rooms. They will be covered, of course, by your house in a month. So hopefully that won't be a problem. We'll just take down your information, of course.
Of course it isn't a problem.
Fantastic. So she kind of gives you a couple of papers and uses your actual ring as a signet and stamps your family seal. All right, there will be on the first floor, all the way towards the back. They're very nice rooms. I know it's the first floor, but we don't want our illustrious guests going up so many flights of stairs. I hope you understand. If that's a problem, we can definitely accommodate you as a higher room.
That would be fine.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much.
Please, we'd like to send drink and food up there.
Of course. And what will we be having? She kind of hands you over to a menu. The prices are definitely much more significant than the ones prior. These will be paid up front. Unfortunately, we only do have room and board to the house.
It's getting rowdy upstairs.
Some ruffians are trying to get in. There you go.
Yep.
Damn. It's like a fucking hurricane outside.
Yeah.
I keep hearing
Yeah.
What is that?
It's probably like out over there.
You hear that?
It's probably something just flying around.
Hitting the edge. Anyway, yeah.
It's a tree branch.
So we'll be paying up front. Will be okay for your house, yes? So basically, she can only charge room and board
Yeah.
to your family house.
We have to
Anything
pay for the
purchased
rest of the
inside, like food and drink.
How much are the
without
food
your
and
expense.
beverage? How much
But
are
you
the...
said to your house at the end of that. That's what confused me.
Oh yeah.
Because you said it has to be up front and it will be charged to your house. I was like, what do we?
Oh yeah. Sorry, I probably kind of jumbled that up.
How much?
Well, we have our dinner package right now, which is very lovely. It comes with potato and cream soup with bacon and cheese.
How
It's
many
very
does it
delicious.
feed?
Oh, these are single purchases. Each full meal is 5 gold.
I'm gonna starve today.
What
I
is
look
the
at- I look
cheapest
at
thing
her-
on this menu?
I look at her and I say, I want your hardest drinks. How much would those go?
She kind of looks at her and looks at you. And who would be paying for these drinks?
I would pay for my drinks.
Oh,
As
fantastic.
would each
We'll
of them.
definitely charge separately, of course. For,
Of course. It's
main
only
members.
fair.
But yes, there are meal plans or meal come with the soup, a soft drink of your choice, which would be like a light ale or
Are there any special prices for a house such as mine?
we do have a royal package. That one,
Oh,
that one
royal
is
package, oh my god.
15
Let me just get the
gold
shots for
pieces
us now.
gold.
So we can be done.
4.
Can I just have a piece
It
of
comes
bread?
with mutton,
Maybe
lamb,
if it's with
price range. Cured bacon,
Cured.
superb. Red wine vinaigrette sauce that goes perfectly with all of our meats.
And again, this is one serving.
Of course, this is per one person.
Question: is it? What are the benefits of eating this food?
You don't starve.
That's it.
It's just filling
It's
food.
just food.
It's fancy food.
I
because
can
this
I
is
can
a
go
high-price
I can go
place.
without food because I have rations with me.
That's
and
what I'm getting. Like,
shit
what if you have
food
rations?
instantly.
Can we just eat the
Well,
ration
I mean,
piece?
they have cheaper options. She's talking to Chrissy right now, which is offering her.
Well, yeah, I'm not talking
Full meals.
to
I
her.
was
I'm
gonna say,
talking.
they have
I'm just asking like.
Yeah,
if
yeah.
they wanted to. We do not.
Yeah.
Okay.
Food
At least
has
I-
no benefits other than it's good
You can't
or
speak for
sucks
them.
and keeps you from starving.
All right.
It fills your
How
stomach.
long till we stand without eating? How many
3
days?
days.
What?
And then what happens?
Then you start to starve.
And then what happens?
And then you
start
eventually
getting,
die.
Yeah, you start getting minuses on rolls.
Oh, okay.
Can
What
I-
is the
can I-
cheapest meat that you currently have?
It's like in real life.
Oh,
You start
if you're looking
suffering.
for more of a budget conscious for your friends.
As you see, I am traveling with commoners.
I shoot my gaze over at her.
I feel like
They
I
do
should
not
be
And then-
require such refined taste.
I just say in Elvish.
Well,
I
we
feel
do
like I
have a
should be
chicken
offended.
plate. It's half a chicken, and it does come with some garlic mashed potatoes. That one is currently 2 gold pieces.
I will buy
while this is
enough for all of us and
Okay.
send it to the room.
while this is happening, we're speaking in Elvish to one another. I'll let you go.
I feel like I should be offended by this.
It's okay. I'm used to this kind of bigotry.
I mean, I am too, but I feel like I should be offended.
Shh.
In Elvish, she replies, "I apologize for any misunderstandings, sir."
Got him.
Well, no, we were talking about the commoner's comment.
Yeah.
We were talking about
and
the
I look,
menu.
and I look at him like, I just look at him like, well, at least we're all in understanding. We have our room. We have our food.
And
tell-
again, in
do-
Elvish, she replies, "As far as that drink, sir, we do have dwarven ale, and that currently is also 2
What are we
gold
talking about?
per
It
drink."
could be of
I will
any
buy
importance.
3 of them, and then I say that's fine. And
Fantastic.
I give her the 3 gold right away.
Istimna.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so you guys are fed and drunk off your ass for as far as winter.
Yay! I got 3 hard
Can you roll
ales.
Constitution
Welcome
to
for
see
the
just
food.
how
I spent
drunk
my
he is?
hard-earned gold on you guys.
Sure,
Or if he
roll
gets
a
sick.
disadvantage on your
Wait, what?
Constitution
What
save.
did you do to me?
I
Then?
was like, should he roll Constitution to see if maybe you got sick or if you just are.
What?
Okay. Alrighty. So
I just want to see where this goes.
Constitution. So plus 2, that is 12.
Wait, you rolled an 11, didn't you?
Yeah, but the first one was a 10 and I rolled at disadvantage. So then
Oh,
10
okay,
plus 2
okay.
is 12.
So on your first finishing of Dwarven Ale, you're just like, I'm ready for my other one. You get up to ask for another one. You stop as the room just takes a full 180. You black out and you wake up in the next morning.
Yes!
Over.
Oh, good. God damn it! I was gonna fucking have a conversation with these motherfuckers.
Wanted to see
You
where
didn't
it
want
went.
the Dwarven Ale. I'm sorry.
He just did this right now. Like,
Yep.
Yeah, he did
So wait, a 12 did that?
Yeah.
so I pick up Brandon. I'm like,
Oh
I just put him on the bed. Then
Can you like slap me back awake or something?
Can I?
Bitch slap of life.
Go ahead and roll the strength check.
shit, I might knock you out.
Might want to roll a
I mean, he's already in
Alright,
No, no,
a Constitution
I'm
saving
gonna knock him
throw?
out to
He
like next.
passed out.
Alright. So you roll.
It's like,
Oh god.
strength, right?
Yeah.
It's a 23.
Alright, so my Constitution save.
Oh god.
You say con save?
With disadvantage.
Oh no.
God damn it.
I meant to slap him though. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
punch him.
So that is a 10.
A firm slap. As Ren's eyes wake for a second,
Fuck!
he goes for another swing and just kind of like drops his arm as he passes out again.
Wow.
I was gonna have a meaningful conversation with Amarillo.
But
Now you'll have it in your dreams.
I will have it in the next session at this point.
In the meantime, you guys will be sharing a bed because it's only 2 beds here.
Oh no.
And with that, a good night and a good night. We'll pick this up on next episode.
Hey! I'm glad that we ended on me getting shit faced and
shit-faced, not
ruining a conversation I was gonna have. But you know
I was
what?
just doing that for fun.
That
I
was
didn't
worth
expect-
it. Thank you guys so very much for joining us for another edition of the Homebrewers. We're very sorry for the first 30 minutes that we ended up losing, but thank you guys so much for
Chris
bearing
is
with
bitter.
us.
She still didn't get thanked.
And all that
I
fun
said
stuff.
thanks.
So thank you guys so much. I hope you guys enjoyed. We'll catch you guys next episode. Stay tuned on the podcast and on the channel for when the next episode will be up. Till then, thank you guys very much. And we'll catch you guys
Good night.
next time. You guys take care. Thank you.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.